What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Kaya Davilar Show with my boys Blake Silliman and Isaac Wellborn. Just doing a little in-house pod. Nothing too crazy today. Kicking back, chilling, vibing. You know what we do. We'll talk about our life right now, what's going on and whatnot. And yeah, that's kind of what we got planned. So, hope you guys enjoy. And let's get to it. Blake?
Let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
Let's start off with your fucking WSU college experience, bro. How's that going? It's been a while since you were on the pod. I think it's been like fucking 4 or 5 months. So let's hear an update.
I think it was it in April?
Yeah, it was April.
Talking about the gambling addiction, all that.
Bro, I already gotta take a piss.
Dead ass.
Yeah, I'll wait a little bit, but yeah, I gotta take a piss.
Okay.
I feel that. But Wazoo's been great. It's definitely an experience for sure. We've already talked about it a little bit, but it's
Is there hella
it's
parties
the most
or what?
fun. Like, if I was to put it in my own words, it's definitely the most fun you never want to have again.
The most fun you never want to have.
Yeah.
That's a fucking cool.
Yeah. Being the frat and shit.
Bro, I could
Crazy.
do that shit for a weekend and call it good for
dead ass.
a couple months. You know what I mean? Like,
Dead ass.
That's
I ain't
how
the
I
one-
be too, bro.
I ain't
Like,
the one to be partying every motherfucking
not at
day.
all. We're more just like chill, just fucking
Yeah.
every other weekend, like just vibe, like not even get fucked up though. It's
Like
just
this is the type of shit I just like chilling, drinking. You know, like
relaxing. Bro.
Yeah.
not going crazy.
I mean, party every once in a good while. That's fine, bro. But like,
my biggest party every year is probably Bonaparte. Honestly, that's probably yours too. Honestly, like
fuck, dude, I got fucked
19
up,
beers
bro.
in one day.
Yeah, 19. I've never drank that much ever in my life.
That was you that drank?
Yeah, 19 beers in
What
a day.
about you? How much you drink?
Probably
About
a
the
whole.
same?
A lot.
I mean, 19 beers plus all these Jello shots, and his fucking mom, dude. She was just feeding me edibles, bro. So they all hit me at once, and I was like, fucking, oh shit, you know, fucking spinning and and shit. So I was like, fuck, bro. I gotta get to bed, you know. And I start getting to bed, I'm all fucking spinning.
Yeah, there
out.
was one night. I don't know what night, honestly, but I mean, there's always at least one night where I get really fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't remember honestly, but I know I definitely got fucked up. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was the night I drank the White Russian, bro. I was gonna make you one of those tonight, bro.
Yep.
I was gonna make you one tonight, but you don't like vodka, or you don't like the vodka I got, so couldn't make it.
Insane.
But dude, the White Russians are. If you guys don't know what a White Russian is, come over. I'll make you one. Best drink ever. Tastes like a fucking
professional bartender.
vanilla milkshake. I'm working on my bartender skills right now, so
Yes, sir.
let me know. Comment down below the drinks you want me to learn, and I'll fucking cook them up for you.
What is that? The green
Dragon.
The green dragon.
The
telling
green dragon, bro.
I'm telling you, it'll change your life.
And
That's
the
funny.
green tea shots as well. Gotta learn
Green
that.
tea
So
shots, alright.
next time Blake comes over, I gotta be prepared for him. So he said he doesn't like things with tequila in it, so I gotta cross that off. Doesn't like cheap vodka, gotta cross that off. He's a very picky guy, as you can tell. He's in college and he's fucking picky. What the fuck is this bullshit?
No, I'm telling you, Burnett's is the worst drink you could possibly
What the
drink.
fuck is that?
Is it vodka?
It's vodka.
It's that cheap
hell no.
vodka?
I can't even do. I could take a sip of your shit, and you know that's good for me.
You can take a little sip of a mixed drink, bro.
I
Like,
can't even take no damn hard alcohol because it's my first damn experience.
Well, I mean, that first time, that's what happens when you chug a full bottle of vodka your first fucking time, bro.
Yup, ruined it all for me.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I feel like probably like I don't know, 5-10 years down the road, I'll be able to like start taking shots. And
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure. I mean, you're able to take smooth
I could do
Neapolitans.
Neapolitan. I mean, you really can't really even taste the alcohol. I could do what's it called Fireball.
Fireball
Fireball,
Neapolitans. What about
Fireball.
Jaeger?
Dude, I mean, it was nice.
Me and
like,
you did those, huh?
I know. It was like I took 2 shots, and then Kai's like, "Oh yeah, take it." Or my dad was like, "Take a third," and I was like, "Nah, like that shit's just nasty, bro." Like,
You do Jaeger bombs, or did you just?
yeah, we did Jaeger
Yeah, that's what
bombs
we were doing
With the Red Bull?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just like
You didn't fuck with them?
I mean, I fucked with it, but like it's just like I thought too much in my head. Like, oh, this is hard out. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
I think that's what it is for you. You just think about it. But I think it's like you had such a traumatic first experience where it's just like
bro,
it's hard not to think about it. I mean, this guy literally was it freshman year?
going into
Freshman year We're at a buddy's house, and he takes a full bottle, a full fifth
Smirnoff,
of
fucking
sour
that-
Smirnoff,
That
bro.
blue, what is it? Blueberry.
Yeah, the blue Raz sour
The
Smirnoff.
fucking blue and pink bottle.
And he
Holy
fucking
shit.
chugged it.
Svedka.
A whole.
Svedka, whatever. No, it
Yeah.
was Smirnoff.
Svedka?
It was either Svedka or Smirnoff.
I think it was Smirnoff, honestly. But a full fifth, bro. This guy chugged a full motherfucking
You know what's
fifth.
crazy, bro? I remember only drinking once,
That's it.
and it was like a big ass glass, like taller, like glass this big. Kaler filled it up all the way to the top. Remember, I tried grabbing it, knocked it over, and he had to pour me up a new one. Like
Just
of some
straight
different
vodka?
shit. Yeah, just straight vodka, bro.
And this dude drank it all, the whole fucking thing, bro. Like,
I
what
woke-
were you thinking? Like when it all hit you, like just tell us like how exactly that night went for you.
Bro, when it hit me, like I remember going up Kaler's stairs, and I wasn't even that tall back then, and I remember like thinking like, damn, I'm about to hit my head, you know. And then we go outside, and there's a trampoline, and there's a basketball hoop, and that's when I was like, holy fucking shit, dude! Like this is fucked, you know. Like I was fucked up, like everything. Like I couldn't even dunk on an 8-foot rim when I was that tall. I could just like stand and dunk, you know. I couldn't even dunk that.
Yeah.
And then I remember going down the stairs and almost eating shit down the whole stairs. And after that, I blanked out. I don't remember anything else after that. And
That
then
was when we were outside, bro, and you tried dunking, and you ate shit.
I ate
bro.
shit. Yeah, I know. I fell on the ground and shit. And then I remember hitting the bottle, or that glass that he gave me of the
Mhm.
just full cup of alcohol. And then I remember waking up on a bed and seeing Aaron and Kaylee and Pia maybe, and like, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of here! Like screaming at them or some shit. And then I remember waking up. That's it.
Yeah, do you remember anything of like the people fucking with you, like
No.
Reyes and Beto?
No,
and any of them?
that's all blank. I remember waking up thinking, like, it literally felt like I was in a Hangover movie. Like, I was like, where the fuck's my phone? Where's my ID? Where's this? Like, and like, I'm all searching around, and I pick up Beto's phone to see what time it is. And I had the goat case, so like it sticks to like glass or whatever.
I remember that shit.
I pick up his phone, and my phone's like stuck to his fucking phone. So I was like, what the fuck? And then my ID was missing because I just stuck it on the back of that.
Mhm.
And then I was like, where the fuck is this shit at? And I don't know if it was like Kaler or because Wesley, Reyes, and you guys left. You guys left way before I even like. I don't know. You guys left, and then someone woke up and was like, "Yeah, it could be out the window somehow." And I was like, "What the fuck out the window?"
Your phone?
My ID.
Oh, okay.
So I start digging through the dirt, and after digging a little while, my ID pops up. So I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" And then I remember sitting down puking for an hour or two, and then I told my mom, "Yeah, I'm sick. Like, I need you to pick me." Or I walked home, actually.
Yeah.
I walked home.
It wasn't that far though. It wasn't like.
I mean, it was by the
it's
mall
like,
to my house.
it's like 3-4 blocks.
Yeah.
I mean, the mall to
Yeah.
Kenroy Park. You know,
Yeah.
that's decently far. Drunk, like still drunk.
That's
Like,
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
half mile.
Fucked up. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember going home. Yeah, I don't know. I just got sick. I told my mom that, and I wake up 5 hours later. She opens the door. What the fuck did you do last night? And I was like, nothing. And then I finally told her, and surprisingly, I went to the courts at like 7 o'clock after that.
the next day.
No,
Don't be
or
grabbing
yeah,
it, Blake.
yeah, the next day. Like, so I wake up from being drunk. I'm puking and shit. I sleep for 6 hours,
Yeah.
and then I go play basketball.
In
And
the
then
morning?
that's no later
That-
at like
later that
7
night.
or some
Oh, okay.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
we
yeah,
ended-
that's literally all. That's
literally
it, bro.
after that, bro, we ended up walking to Adrian Vivanco's house that night.
Yeah.
Like, and that shit was a fucking hike, bro. Walking from Kaler's to Adrian Vivanco's all the way on Sunset Highway, dude.
You know what's even more of a hike? Walking from Walla Walla to fucking Adrian's house. That's what we did. At like,
4th of July.
yeah, at like 11 o'clock at night. Is 12 o'clock is when we got there.
Dude, we
Yeah.
walked. Remember when we walked to fucking Natalie's house?
Yeah, bro, that was.
That was, or it wasn't even her. She was at her friend's house, bro. Maddie Koenig's house. I think.
You know where Josh Hammond used to live?
Yeah.
It was
Like,
at the very
all the
top
way
of the
up,
road,
and then you go down the hill, and then he's on that.
Yeah.
Dude, we went like
all the way to the
a
end.
mile past that.
Yeah, at the end, bro. We
Like-
walked there in the middle of the night one night, bro.
Like, dude, it was like it was.
We were
fucked,
walking
bro.
for like 2 hours, dude. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hour walk just to get there. And like, I think it was for Wesley.
It
And-
was because he was talking to like Natalie, or he wanted
Yeah.
to like do some shit.
Nah.
And they didn't even
Some
do
shit.
anything, bro. We just sat in the fucking trailer the whole time, and we just like hung out and talked.
the other girl was named Maddie.
Maddie Koenig, yeah.
Koenig,
Koenig,
yeah.
whatever.
I don't know, but I just remember that, and we were sitting in the camper the whole time, and then we walked Natalie back, and I remember like 3 cops walked past us or not walked, but drove past us, and it was all just
yeah. I remember that shit. Dude, we always used to walk everywhere when we were younger, though.
Yeah,
like we walked fucking everywhere.
And I mean, Gabby came along.
No, yeah. By the
Gabby
time
came
when you came along, your sister came along and was just like giving everyone rides, bro.
that was hella fun though. I remember, dude, every weekend we'd be somewhere
Mob
When
around,
drinking, fucking Blake always puking in the van or having to get out the car and puke. And
the McDonald's drive-through.
I don't think I was there for that, but I remember you fucking. It was either you or Chado. You hopped out the slider door of the fucking minivan, and Chado just started walking and puking, and I was like, or it was either you or him, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get back in here." That shit was always fun.
Some of the best times of my life.
Wesley
right
and your sister, they always just stay back. They always just stay back, hang out.
They would just drop us off wherever and then kick it and wait till we came back.
Fucking my freshman birthday when you come to my crib drunk as fuck and start socking yourself in the face,
your dad
bro.
picked me.
He's like, I don't feel anything.
No, Chado didn't come.
Yeah,
because we went to. It was me. Isaac, were you there when we went to go pick him up?
I didn't go to pick him up. I was
okay.
I chilled at
so
the
me
house.
and someone else went in the car.
It was like Ty or Noah.
Yeah,
or
me and
shit.
Ty, I think, went to go to the house to go pick you, Wesley, and Chado up. And so me, Ty, and my dad go there, and we're waiting. And Wesley's like the only sober one, bro. And he comes out first, and he's like, I gotta get Blake and Chado. And then you come out stumbling out, and like you're like, Brent, I'm so sorry, I'm drunk right now. Like, I'm sorry. And then like Wesley has to run in like try and get Chado, and Chado like literally won't come. He comes out, and then he runs back inside and stays. And he goes like, just gotta do like one more game or one more shot or some shit. And like we were waiting for like 10 minutes, and he doesn't fucking come out, so we just left. And then we get back, and later in the night, you're fucking. I might have to plug that video in there of you just fucking socking yourself in the face, bro.
Dude, I don't feel
he's like, I can't. Dude, my face is numb. I can't feel my face.
Dude,
Fucking uppercuts himself.
Can I move this shit?
I'm telling you right now, I woke up the next day and I felt that shit though. For real. I remember my face being fucking sore.
You were like sitting down, slouched over, just just
hard as
Uppercut? The uppercut?
The thing is, this shit's loud too, bro. You literally hear your fist.
Fucking teeth
Yeah.
This shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I've never done anything like that when I get fucked up.
Yeah.
Not intentionally hurt myself. You were thinking you were fucking Superman, bro.
Nah, I was, bro. At the time, I was feeling like the man. A lot of stuff happened that night. Dude, that was a crazy ass night. Was that the Kenroy night? That was the Kenroy night.
Was it? That was my freshman year.
No, I don't think it was.
Freshman year was the night you got fucked up and came to my crib.
No, because that was your birthday.
Yeah, I know.
We did that on your birthday. Trey was there too. That was the night. That
Isaac, was that the same night as Kenroy?
Yes.
No, because Wesley got caught and put his hands on the cop car.
No, but he got back. He came back after.
Yeah, the cops dropped him off.
Yeah, Because I only went to one of.
And then Gabby came and picked you up and took you guys to the party.
No, Maddie Smith and Andrea did. Not Andrea. What's her name? I'm blanking on her name.
Alondra? Tovar?
Her friend. What's her friend's name?
Oh, Lupita?
No, the other one.
Bro,
I'm being dead serious. The other one. It was with Maddie Smith and someone else, and they picked me and Chado up, and we went to that house, and then we were drinking. You guys were all back. You guys didn't come because of that reason. Because we got caught.
Yeah, it was on your birthday.
Yeah.
No, I know that, but it was just like I didn't think that Kenroy was in the same night.
Yeah, no, it was.
Because Kenroy was early in the night because we
it
went
was
to
like
the
8, 9.
Yeah.
It was like when it was dark, so like it got dark at like 7 probably.
Your
or
dad
whatever.
didn't pick us up till late night. I remember it was a late night.
Yeah, and Chado didn't come, bro. And then the next morning, Chado's dad's waking everyone up at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and saying, like, where the fuck or why the fuck did you let my kid get drunk at your house or some shit? And my dad's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, he wasn't here. We tried getting him, and like he's a teenage kid. He can make his own decisions, and he's not my responsibility. Like, And yeah,
I mean, when he's fucking refusing to come, obviously, you know.
Chado was having a good time. I'll vouch for him. Chado was having a great time. I mean, so was I. But
good enough to be socking yourself in the fucking dome.
Wasn't that the same night that you like didn't know how to box and you like tackled Carson on the ground and like fucked him up?
No, now we're definitely mixing up nights. That's definitely like the year before that, because Everhart was there. Everhart wasn't there my freshman year.
Everhart was not at Kenroy with all of us.
The picture of all with Adrian, Damien, me, Kaya, or
Blake.
obviously you.
Oh,
Blake.
when he wrestled Adrian, I was there for that.
I
saw Adrian wrestle.
Well, I mean,
Not
there's
me.
a picture. There's a picture on your Instagram, right? Or you deleted it?
It's I have it archived probably. I know what you're talking about.
That's the year that all that shit happened.
I'll go and find it real quick.
Dude, that was a good ass night.
Bro, all my birthdays were fun as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
literally.
Did you come to more than one, or was it just that one?
I think it was just the one.
It was just that one.
Yeah.
Because after that, I didn't really have any more birthdays, bro.
Peyton Andrews was there.
Yeah, you're right
Yeah.
there. You're right behind me.
Oh yeah.
Is that me in the hoodie?
Reyes wasn't there, bro. That's Vinny, bro. That's Vinny.
That's Vinny. Yeah, that is. That was the night.
Bro, that was fucking. That's my first picture I have on my fucking camera roll.
I swear, I remember seeing me in that hoodie in
2000
Schuster's office.
That's 2016, bro. That was 6 years ago.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
6 fucking years ago, bro. 2016.
Time really does fly after high school, bro. Like once you just have a 5 days a week job, like time just fucking flies by. Like I'm almost already been here at this company that I'm working at right now for a year.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And it feels like it dead ass feels like I started like a couple months ago.
I gotta ask you guys. You guys miss high school? You guys miss school?
Nah,
bro.
not at all, bro.
Not even remotely. Like
Really?
I miss the people of it. Like I miss being able to interact with like my like high school friends. You know how like you go to school and you have friends that like you don't hang out with outside of school, but
like
you're cool with them.
do, but like probably twice a year. You know what I mean?
Like that's like the Josh Hammond to me. Like I'm cool with Josh, but like we were like more so like we talk every day in class, but we wouldn't like we don't go out of our way to hang out with each other outside of school. Really, you know?
Yeah.
I miss those type of people. But it's just like at the same time, it's like I don't like schoolwork and fucking all the bullshit.
Honestly, bro, I just felt like I was targeted hella. So it's like, like me and Blake especially. Actually, Blake was targeted as fuck too, bro.
No comment on that, bro. No
Like me, Blake, and then Trey at the end was low key targeted. But I mean, mainly it was me and Blake, and everyone's like, you can't be hanging out with Blake. That kid's a bad kid. Da, 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 da. He's a bad influence on you. And it's like, dude, I'm the one that low-key, like, influenced you to, like, you'd be sleeping, you'd be, like, in bed, like, chilling at, like, 9 o'clock. Hey, you trying to smoke? Like, nah, bro, not tonight.
Nah, bro, that's literally how it was. Yeah, because there was other reasons. I'm not gonna say names.
Yeah, I know.
But you know exactly why I wouldn't. But
I'd be like, bro, come on, bro, you're a bitch. Stop being a bitch.
it'd be like 1 a.m.
You'd be like, jeez, come on, bro, let me fucking sleep. Or I always have videos of you, like, acting like you're gonna hit you. You go. I sent you one of those videos like yesterday, I think.
Yeah. It was
the most iconic one was the
Chef
one with
Blake. Chef Blake.
That one, but the one at Darius's when you're drinking the chocolate milk.
Kept going like
I
this.
kept going like this. He goes, like he like stutters and like I don't know, bro. It was hella funny.
You gotta be careful hitting the fucking
I know,
mic because
I'm
that
not
makes a
trying
hella
to.
loud sound every time.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, bro, but I honestly miss high school. Like,
I mean,
it was
I
fun,
guess
but,
like the biggest thing actually that I'll miss about high school is the freedom in the sense of like you don't have responsibility at all. Like you don't have to worry about getting in trouble. Like we could go to like to Kenroy do this fucked up shit and not really like worry about it. Obviously we got like there was some repercussions, but what were they really? I mean we got banned off the premises until we were 18. I mean I didn't get in trouble, but like how bad is that? Like if we did that shit now, we're risking
you didn't
like.
get in trouble for that?
I was never on the roof.
You didn't make it on the roof?
No, me and Coolin stayed away from it, bro. We watched from the top of the field as all of it happened, bro. Were you on the roof?
Yeah, literally, I went into
I was one of the
Schmusser's
first
office.
people's on the damn roof.
Yeah, I remember we all talked about it as soon as it got over, and we're like, if anything happens, like we're all denying it. And I was like, I think Wesley was before me when we all got called into the office at the junior high, and you guys were in 9th grade, I was in 8th grade, and Schmusser calls me in and fucking he was like, yeah, like heard some things like you guys do it, and I was literally about to say no, and he like moves his screen a little bit, and it's literally me and Trey mid sprint with the biggest smile on our face.
See, he never showed me any videos. That's why, because like
he didn't.
I remember Quillen said he showed a video of like someone smiling just right at the camera or some shit.
Bro,
he never showed me shit, so I was like, yeah, I did, and you know.
Yeah. No, bro. I saw it and I was like, yeah. Like I couldn't say nothing after that, but that is fucking crazy. I didn't know you didn't get on the.
No, I didn't even get talked to or anything. Literally not one word, bro.
That's crazy.
It's because, dude, there was no footage of me being there.
Yeah,
like,
the people that weren't on the roof, besides Quillen, because, you know.
Yeah.
But.
Quillen got to see all the footage and shit, bro.
I know, the people who weren't on the roof nothing happened to them, bro.
It's weird thinking that there was a point where, like, Quillen and Blake were actually cool. Right. Like, bro, like, looking at it now, I'm not gonna go deep, not even gonna talk about this topic at all. But like, just like the,
I mean, there was definitely a point where I didn't fuck with him because he was trying to tell me, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start texting Aaliyah to tell her to start liking you. And he told me that, and then Aaliyah was like telling me like, this dude's trying to like get nudes from me, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Okay, this is like once we started high school though.
Yeah, no, it was like early sophomore year.
So that was kind of at the time when everyone was starting to split apart.
It wasn't early sophomore year. It was like later sophomore year, because we used to I used to play Fortnite at his house all the time.
Yeah,
I know that. So
I mean. Once we all got into high school, that's when everyone kind of started splitting apart.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, because that was my sophomore. That would have been when I started dating Bethany, and so that was when I didn't. Like, you were the only person I hung out with. Yeah. And like I literally didn't talk to anyone but you, and I'd really like I'd text you, but I wouldn't. I'd come to your house probably like once every few weeks or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it was very rare. Bro.
Yeah,
it was very rare because that's when I was with this.
I mean,
guy
shit,
the
bro.
whole time.
You lived with me for. Like 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. I don't
Some of the
know.
best years of my life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Fucking
and worst at the same time,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so. What happened during that time, bro? Is like when I was with her all the time. That was when that was like right around when you probably started moving in with him or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he moved in like as soon as sophomore year started.
Yeah. And so what happened was, you two, Kevin and Wesley. Actually, no, that was earlier. Because Kevin left freshman year.
Yeah, my 8th grade year he left.
But like you three, like all you guys were like hanging out all the time and shit.
Honestly, it was more like me, Blake, Darius, Reyes.
That's when it started.
That's when it
started.
Okay.
That summer.
Sophomore? No, it was
going into sophomore.
April, March, April, AAU. Because I remember Darius was like, "Bro, are you sure? Like we can smoke with Blake? Like he's like, I heard about him snitching and shit about smoking and." I'm like, bro, no, he's cool, bro. And then that's the night where we stayed in Seattle at his uncle and aunt's house.
That shit was crazy.
That shit was
crazy. But back to the cooling thing, honestly, like, I don't got no problem with it, dude. Like,
yeah, I don't have a problem with him anymore. Like he's, he's cool.
It was some high school shit. Like we were all immature and like beefing over a girl. Like in the moment,
same, bro. Like
fucking hated, dude.
I didn't fuck with him at all either, bro.
Yeah.
And that's crazy too, because he was like my best friend since like first grade.
Exactly. But I mean, shit happens.
Lance and Danielle are definitely like my second family. That's for damn sure. Like they would literally buy me everything. Like, like for my birthday, Lance would be like, "All right, let's go to Foot Locker, and you're gonna pick out the shoes, no matter
that's good.
No matter how expensive it is." You know, I was like, damn.
I mean, I think the whole thing though with them, like your whole situation. Like, it wasn't, like, out of, like, ill intent, bro. I think it was, like, he was genuinely just, like, because he cared about you. And, like, didn't... No, like, his dad. With, like, the whole, like, just the whole situation.
Oh, the weed shit?
Yeah. I think it was just, like, he didn't want you to, like... So he didn't want you to get fucked up, like, into bad shit or some shit like that, you know?
And...
I don't think, like, he definitely was, like, just trying to be an asshole. It's just, like, just kind of, like, hard, tough love, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I honestly, like, the second time he caught us up, me and you, Blake, or DeLong did, which was some bullshit because we were not hitting our shit, which is absolute bull. We were not ripping our shit, bro. Yeah. And this motherfucker comes in. He's like, "Oh, Isaac, I heard you had a good game. Da 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 da. Fucking yeah, congrats, man." That was third period. I think we were in the back.
It was
I
earlier
was literally
in the
just
day.
leaning in the stall, just talking to Blake, and this guy said we were ripping shit. No.
We had it on us, but we was.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, like he was just talking to me. I was taking a piss.
As soon as fifth period, the bell rings. DeLong's. Isaac, I need you to come to the office with your things. I'm like, fuck, dude. I am fucked.
I was already
just had the best game of my career. You know, we're heading off to playoffs, and this dude, you know, this motherfucker says that, and I was like, fucking hey, man.
Yeah, God, I'm fucked, dude.
And as we're walking, he's talking to me and shit, and we're having a good conversation, and I'm all fucking grabbing my vape out of my right pocket, put it in my waistband, you know, like in my waist, whatever, it's waistline, waistband, whatever you want to call it. And then we get to the office, and Lance is all, yeah, Isaac, you know, or DeLong, the first thing he says, I've caught you and Blake multiple times in there, and I was letting you guys go, but this, you guys need to learn. He said that to me, and I was like,
on the way to the office?
No, like when it was Lance, Mr. McCrae, the soccer coach,
the soccer coach was
DeLong, and I think Miss Hardy. They're all in there.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't know that all those teachers were in
there.
there.
All in there, bro.
Why was the soccer coach in there though?
Because he was like a parapro. Like he worked for the school, but he was a soccer coach.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
The Hispanic guy, right?
Yeah,
with
he would just walk around the halls like DeLong did.
Yeah, and Lance is all, yeah, you know, I know you know why you're in here. What were you guys doing in the bathroom? And I was just like, dude, we were literally just talking, da da da. And what's crazy too is that was the first time I've ever had eye drops in my backpack ever in school. And so he's like, all right, man, da da da. If you're high right now, I'm gonna lay the wood on you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so he searches all my shit, dude. This dude like starts like taking apart my mechanical pencils and like looking inside of them. And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Like why? And then he picks up the eye drops. Why do you have these, Isaac? And I was like, honestly, I do not know. Like my eyes, you know, they just get itchy. I said some shit like that. And then he's like, all right, man, stand up, take off your shoes, and we're going to have to search you. And he lifts up my shirt and everything, dude. And I guarantee you he's seen that shit. Unless, because he didn't, he kind of, put his fingers around there a little bit. And
Who
then
was it?
Lance checked me.
Yeah.
And then he didn't find anything or anything. And he looked, I was faded as fuck, bro. 5th period. Think about it.
Fresh out of lunch.
Yeah. Me and Trey just got done fucking ripping the fuck out of the pen. Faded as fuck, dude. In this shit. And he's looking me in the eyes. I can tell that you're not high. And if you were, oh man. And, you know, he was saying shit like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm not high, you know, like fucking scared as fuck, bro. I am high as fuck, dude. Just like in the office with all these motherfuckers staring at me. He's like, all right, Isaac, you know, you're free to go. You just got to be more careful. Da 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 da. Get into my 6th period classroom. And I walk in, and Ariana, me and Ariana had the same class. Ariana,
Miranda?
Yeah, or
Aaron's
friend? Or
yeah,
whatever?
Ariana Miranda.
Yeah. And I was like, holy fuck, I almost just caught up. As soon as I say that, door opens, I look behind me. Lance is right there. Like, it was that quick. Like, they caught you up that fucking quick. Like,
they caught me going from 5th to 6th period. I remember because I was talking to someone, and DeLong comes up to me, and we were just like sitting in the hallway talking because, you know, you got like 6 minutes in between classes. Yeah, I was chopping it up, and then he was like, hey, like, can you come with me? I was like, all right, for sure. Passing period, like, I saw so many people. I didn't know what was going on at the time though, so I like didn't even think twice about it.
Dude, I knew exactly when he pulled me out of class, you know.
Yeah, the second time though, not the first time. Did you think so?
No, like when
the first time
he pulled me out, I knew exactly what it was for.
I had no
idea. And that's why I fucking grabbed my pocket, had my vape in there. I had my black Tech Fleece Nike sweats. Yeah. Undid the zipper. We're all talking, da da da. I'm all looking at him, and I hit it behind my back in my fucking waistband. Yeah. And then the second time, like, it was like,
you knew what was going on.
Yeah.
See, but the thing is, with me, I had no idea, and so I literally had it in my front pocket. I was wearing jeans that day. Had it in my front pocket, and then I go in there, and they basically said the same shit to me, like, oh, like, we saw you and Isaac in the bathroom, like, in the same stall together, and I was like, no, like, I was actually using the bathroom.
Literally, you were too.
No, we were. Yeah, and they're like, can we search you? Like, if I search you, it's gonna be, and if I search you and I find something, you're gonna be in more trouble than if you just tell me. And I was like, no reason to do that. Like, it's in my front pocket. Like, they were gonna find it either way.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that's when they came after you. Like, I didn't even say nothing about you. They knew that I had it on me, so they went after you too.
I know. And then Lance was like, Isaac, we're not done here.
Yeah.
So he pulled you in a second time after?
Yes. Like, I sat down for my 6th period class, and he walks in instantly. That's like literally 10 seconds after I sat down and told Ariana that, he walks in and says, Isaac, we're not done here. And then we're walking to the
whole class.
We're walking to the office, and it's just a casual talk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know, and I'm just thinking, motherfucker, dude. And then we go back in there, and he goes, so we found something on Blake. So do you want to tell me the truth, or I'll put a fucking He started cussing. I'll put a fucking cotton swab in your mouth right now. And then in my head, I'm like, fuck, dude. If he tests me, bro, it's gonna come up with nicotine, and nicotine doesn't come up, you know. But in my head, I'm like, fuck, dude. Nicotine and weed,
Yeah.
I'll be like, I told him, I was like, yeah, I mean, I ripped it once, and then that was that.
Dude, that was such
like nicotine doesn't get you high though, so I mean, like,
no, but you know how they were.
Yeah.
Like, especially like in school. Like, I get it.
Or what about senior year one? What's that bitch's name?
What? Oh,
Miss.
Wait.
Not Hardy, but the other like athletic kind of girl, and she was older.
Teacher,
Waterman's assistant.
Yeah. Miss Worth. She goes, "Are you boys ready for a drug test on Friday?"
She
said that shit.
Yeah,
going to practice.
No, it was when Haley Van Lith played at Eastmont. It was playoffs, and she broke the Washington State record, and all of our team pulled up. Remember?
Yeah, and
we was all faded.
And she goes, "Are you guys ready for the drug test?" And we're like, what the fuck? And then we kind of just like, just walked away like all weird and shit. And then like they had to apologize because like it was like they were just like trying to like harass us basically.
Mm-hmm. Someone actually had like Miss Worth actually had to apologize type shit.
Like yeah, like I'm pretty sure they apologized. Like and it was Nick the janitor was part of it or some shit.
Yeah, no, he was. And someone that was a TA for Miss Worth said something, remember? Because we all went back to Kale's and we knew exactly who it was. And then it was because Trey and I went out to the parking lot. We didn't even do nothing. We went out to the parking lot at halftime, came back, and then that's when she said that to me and Trey. And then we told all you boys, and then we all left together, and then we found out it was that person. But
yeah,
like,
that shit was fucked.
Do that. And it was right before playoffs. It was literally right before we played Olympia to go to state. And dude, that was such a crazy time.
Yeah,
we were so good too, bro.
I know. And honestly, like I feel like if I actually had a good game the first half, like we would have won.
Okay, so you know how like you guys were saying earlier how you felt like you kind of had like a target on your shoulders. Yeah. Who was someone in school that you felt was like the exact opposite, where people would go like in
all the girls basketball team, the whole girls basketball team,
kiss ass,
dude. They got caught like smoking pot or some shit. Nothing happened to them.
On an away game, bro. In the McDonald's bathroom. They all
Nothing
got
happened
caught,
to
bro.
them.
All of them.
Maya, who else? Megan?
Yeah, I think Heibigner was in there, yeah. All those girls, they all got caught and it got swept under the rug. And fucking, dude, they were just after us for some reason. I don't know why, but literally, like, I mean, we were probably the best basketball.
One thing, though, when it came to basketball, is I think, like, Juarez had your guys' back a lot more than like Juarez was lenient on fucking punishment, bro.
Well,
like
Juarez thought we were smoking cigarettes in the bathroom. Remember that? He thought we were smoking cigarettes.
I don't remember. I probably wasn't on the team at that point.
It was when we got caught with vaping. He thought we were smoking cigarettes, but we weren't.
And what's crazy too, the next week Trey got caught, or the next day Trey got caught.
He turned himself in.
Yeah,
Trey turned himself in
because his mom made him.
Yeah, his mom made him.
And then I drove with Toby and Chloe to the Davis game to fucking just see us get shit on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so hard knowing that like top two players.
Was that a playoff game?
Yes.
It was, like the
regular
playoff tournament to go to state.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Yeah, I bet, bro.
And it's like we could have.
Was that senior year?
It's junior.
No,
okay.
That was your senior year. That was my junior year.
When I missed the playoffs?
Yeah.
No, I played in the playoffs. I played against Olympia senior year.
Oh yeah.
Junior year.
Oh yeah, because I was getting moved up to. I was moved up to varsity, and then that shit happened, and then they took some other guys that were in my grade.
Yeah, they took Angel and who else was Angel was a starter. Yeah. Angel and I remember Tanner like
Dylan Esparza and Kale.
I remember Tanner fucking missing a wide open dunk, like totally just like flopping out of his hands. Like I remember seeing that and thinking, holy fucking shit, we fucking suck. Like it was hard to watch. I remember talking to Sonny B too. He's like, why aren't you guys playing? We were like, fuck, bro, we got caught up. We was smoking in the bathroom. And he's like, for real, bro. And then he's like, oh yeah, easy dub. You know, like
Yeah.
knowing damn well that it isn't easy.
What?
dog.
That was before the game.
Yeah, that was me and Trey were talking to him and shit. He
Yeah.
goes, "Oh yeah, bro." He was saying some shit like that, bro, and I was just like, "Fuck, dude."
Literally easy, dog, bro. I mean, shit. That's fucked. That shit was fucked.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, if we would have fucking won against Olympia, bro, that would have been crazy.
Going to the dome.
Fuck
We
yeah.
definitely had the team for sure.
We
I
had a
think-
chance, bro. It was just like,
I think we were a couple players away from actually doing something.
play seed or some shit. I wouldn't think we were gonna place top 5 or
Definitely
anything,
the
but-
dome, though.
Yeah,
Definitely the dome.
definitely the dome for sure. Like, the thing is, I had 0 points first half, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Second
0
half,
for
I had
9.
15. Like,
Yeah.
if I would have just been able to, and that's the thing, bro, about basketball. Like, you know, you're fucking going crazy, making every shot in the warm ups.
Yeah.
And sometimes, bro, once that happens,
You
you made all your shots that you're gonna
Yeah.
make. You know what I mean? So like, it's like, I totally just fucking fucked us, basically. I mean, it wasn't really all just my fault, but like, it was definitely like I could have, you know, produced a lot more than what I produced.
Yeah, and going into that game, bro, obviously we're intimidated by fucking Jackson Grant plays
committed
at
to
UW now.
UW.
Yeah, and then like walking into that gym, like some other
Packed.
small ass school was playing before us, and then when we were warming up, dude, that gym was packed. By the time we were done warming up, that atmosphere, I've never seen some shit like that in my life before. The student section was on one side, the parents were on the other, and while we were playing, they were chanting back and forth to each other. The student section and the parents, and like kids in the front were like literally on the sideline, like talking shit. Like I could literally pull up videos of this kid like trying to shake me, and everybody's on the sideline like clapping. It was
the Olympia fucking student section, bro. I remember in warm-ups, they're all like, "Number 4, you fucking suck." They were saying shit like that, and then like they'd see me dunk, they'd be like, "That shit's fucking weak," you know, like saying. And I was in my head, I'm
that
like,
shit's fucking awesome.
in my head,
bro.
I'm like, dude, these guys don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, what's about to happen?
no.
I fucking just shit the bed the first half, bro. Everyone's crying. Like, literally every single person was crying except like 2 people. And I was one of them.
People were crying
Oscar was balling. Evan was crying.
in the first half.
No, after the game.
At the end of the game,
okay.
like when they were subbing the start, like the seniors out.
Dude,
and, like,
in the last circle that we had, everyone was crying. I'm just sitting here like looking at everyone crying. I'm like, I just don't show emotion. Oh shit! I just don't show emotion like that. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, there was definitely a time where I was like, oh shit, like everyone's crying. Maybe I should. But then I was like, nah, bro. That ain't me, bro. I ain't gonna cry over this shit.
Just because it's like their like knowing it's their last.
Yeah.
game. But also at the time, so I think it might have been different for you though, is because like at that time you're thinking like you might be going to playing college ball.
I
shit.
definitely was. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
like at that time you're like you're not thinking that's your last game. I guarantee you, Oscar. I don't know. Evan might have thought he was going on to play after.
No, he was on WVC for a little bit, and then he quit because he wanted to pursue MMA and shit.
But like Oscar, guaranteed knew like that was probably his last game ever playing basketball type shit. And Oscar's just an emotional guy.
Yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
Kind of like.
I mean, I went out with a bang though. Fucking little alley oop. I don't know who threw it to me,
remember
but
it was Evan, bro.
And it was
the Western coach was there. The Western coach was watching fucking Kai Johnson. He plays at Western right now, actually.
And that was the
point guard.
Point guard, the 6'5" point guard or whatever.
Literally went and got a bucket anytime he wanted.
I know.
Anytime he wanted.
It was bad, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like Kale was going crazy. Not crazy, but he was like producing at the last end of the season, right? And then like he just totally shit the bed against that kid. Like,
I mean, bro, Jackson Grant's gonna go to the league. Like,
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
telling you right now, when you're 7'2", you shoot threes. Like, I'm not saying he's nothing crazy. Like fucking.
He kind of reminded me of like a Tanner Nelson, but like more of like a
more athletic.
put together athletic Tanner Nelson. So it's like. He definitely, there's definitely.
You gotta think though. Even Tanner's not that tall, bro. Like Tanner's tall, but he's.
I mean, in our league, he was tall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
in the Big Nine, Tanner was a dog. Anytime you get out of the Big Nine, the Big Nine's weak as fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Honestly, bro, like
in any sport, the Big Nine's weak as fuck. You get out and go play those Seattle teams. I'm telling you, you're getting ran.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking football team, bro.
yeah.
We're hella good in the Big Nine. We could go 8-0 in the Big Nine, but I promise you, as soon as we get the playoffs, you get blown out by 40.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing about Tanner though, bro, is like he was like, I don't know, bro. He was kind of like a piece of shit, low key. Like If I'm being dead ass, like
I think his ego just got in the way of it. Like he thought he was all that, so he didn't put into work.
Bro, that's the thing,
better.
bro. Like he would be like, I'd be in like the mirror, like fixing my jersey and shit, and he'd come up behind me and start flexing. You see this cheese? This is what a D2 body looks like.
Yeah, like,
and he would say some shit. He would say some shit like that, and I'd just be like, all right, bro, like, you know. And he knew damn well that I was like 10 times better than him. You know what I mean? So it's like he was just always trying to say. I mean, he's cool. I'm not. Don't get me wrong, he's cool. But like when it came to basketball, he was low key like.
Just egotistical about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And nothing on Tanner, bro. Like I fuck with him, but like, you know, like that's just how it was. Like even he would say it too. I mean, probably not, but like I know damn well deep inside he knows. Yeah. Like he would always just like, I don't know, dude. There's just times. Where,
that's probably just based off of, like insecurity though. Like you're pushing a narrative to make yourself to like fill in that hole because you like. And especially like if he's doing it towards you, like he knows that obviously that
I know
you're better, but like,
and he'd always be like just talking shit to me. Like,
he's gonna try and like one up you.
You're just fucking ugly, bro. And I'll just be like, bro, like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like he would just say some stupid shit like that, and it would just be like he just makes himself feel better because he knows damn well what the fuck's up. You know what I mean? Like this dude couldn't fucking handle a ball for shit, bro. Like he had for being like. You said, I mean, bro, like I fuck with Tanner, but like,
it don't matter. It don't matter.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't think he'll probably won't ever see this. So
like, I fuck with Tanner,
even
bro,
if it does, it's not like you're saying anything bad.
No, like I'm not trying to roast him, bro. It's just how it was, like literally. And he probably, if he ever watched this, he'd be like, "Damn, bro, like it definitely was."
I mean, you gotta think this is 4 years, 3 years, 3 or 4 years later. So it's like if you get mad over that, it's kind of like, dude, grow up. Honestly.
Yeah, grow the fuck
up.
But
I don't think anyone's gonna be mad over that. It's high school basketball, bro. If people are,
it's not that serious.
Yeah, literally.
What I thought was funny about him though, is every time he'd make a good play, like he had like a buzzer beater 3 one time. He looked straight at the ground and just like kind of like trot off, you know, like he would like. And I just, every time he did that, I'd just be like, motherfucker, man. This motherfucker doing the same shit. I don't know. I mean, he was definitely a presence in the paint. That's for damn sure. You know?
Well, definitely having someone like 6'5"
he's athletic, but his hands, that was the main thing about him. His hands were not.
Bricks. Like, just fucking.
Like, bro, like he had the most clumsiest hands I've ever seen in my life. I mean, obviously not in my life, but like Corbin Keys probably has more clumsy hands than him.
Corbin does? I mean, I guess I've never really played with them or anything, so.
Well, I just remember him always, swiping at balls and shit. You know, like literally going like that when he's trying to catch a ball, like you know, like clapping his hands, like I don't know.
He got nice though, Corbin Keys.
Yeah, I mean, he was like he was good, bro. One thing about him is the one thing that like kind of stopped him from being like elite. Because he had the speed, bro.
We're talking about football or basketball?
Football. We're talking about Corbin basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is he could not move side to side. Corbin could not move side to side. That's the only thing about if he was able to like put in some jukes and shit, he would be fucking lethal, bro. He could probably have some chances at some higher D2, lower D1 schools.
Where does he go to school now?
I don't even know.
He goes to Central, huh?
Dude, I haven't talked to him.
Track at Central.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure he goes to Central.
Like he's a straight runner. You know, like he's a runner that goes straight.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I wonder what happened to Brian Burt.
He's still grinding.
I wonder.
He did go.
I mean, he was on a practice squad for a second with Antonio Brown.
Talking about AB. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be the best in the league.
That was the.
He's like,
Raiders,
you think that?
bro.
He's like, hell yeah.
On Hard Knocks.
Yeah. That shit was sick. I mean, he's putting Eastmont on the map, low key. You know what I mean?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. I mean, good for him. That's all. I mean, just to even say like he fucking made it to a practice squad is an achievement in itself, bro. Honestly.
I mean, only other person I can think of that did that was, I mean, fucking Mickey White didn't even go to Eastmont, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he was on the Bucks. No,
practice
Dan
squad
White. That's his dad.
For the Bucks.
Yeah, practice squad for the Bucks, and then there was also a guy a grade above my dad, or in my dad's grade, who played practice squad for the Colts. Nick Hanna.
I'm pretty sure my dad had the opportunity to be on the practice squad or like try out for it, but he had just had my sister, so he had to like take it, I don't know, pick or choose, and obviously he picked family over what he loves or whatever. But I'm pretty sure if I remember right, like he had a chance to be on the Seattle Seahawks practice squad. opportunity at least, not a chance, but an opportunity.
Dude, Mickey's a fucking insane athlete, bro.
Yeah, no,
That's crazy to think that this dude was literally on made the practice squad for the Bucks.
Was
actually like in on the practice squad. He was actually, I'm not gonna say the whole story because I want to have him on the podcast, but he was actually slated to be their starting linebacker.
Oh, really?
His rookie year, but there was some complications with who he was dating at the time in ownership, and shit happened. Which I think I'm gonna ask him about that on the podcast eventually, but I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I'll tell you off pod though, and then with baseball. He made it to the MLB.
Oh, MLB.
Yeah, so on the Astros, he for spring training, and then maybe it was this one.
Wasn't he in the UFC too or some shit? Or
like he was a pro boxer.
Just everything.
He's
like an all-in-one.
He was a pro boxer,
and he was also on the like New York Times or some shit for something that happened when he was a little kid, or like some like
there was a drug or some shit when he was like in high school or sophomore or some shit.
Yeah, and he was like on national news.
Yeah, it was about like it was a new like depression drug or some shit at the time
that like made him like not
some
crazy, but like
it did something like he did something off like this new drug or some shit, and like he got him a record or something like it like ended up being like going viral all over like magazines and shit. And it was like testing. They're testing this new drug or some shit, and they gave it to him.
Yeah, I remember my dad telling me that too.
And, I don't know the whole details.
I don't really either. I just remember some sort of like he was on something, and then he was on national news for what happened because of what he took or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, talk about a fucking athlete playing 3 pro sports. Like that's insane, bro.
And then just he was a quarterback for the Rams for a little while for the Wenatchee Valley Rams,
a semi-pro team.
He was a linebacker. He was like a all-in-one.
Literally everything. Just an all-around fucking athlete, bro.
Yeah, I remember going to like the games as a little kid. I'd just have my dad's jersey on and have like a green mohawk or some shit. Like,
Blake, what are you passionate about, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Definitely just
like what are you passionate? Like what the fuck gets you going in life? Like why are you here? What do you feel your purpose is?
Definitely, like, I'm not trying to get deep on you guys. But
nah,
like,
let's get deep.
It's like, I mean, I think you guys know, not a lot of people know, but like definitely like family past, and like that's definitely my motivation for sure. Like going to college, like being like a first generation college student, like that's a big deal for me. Like I know my sister went to CC, but like being at a university and like being able to like show people that I'm different, and like I mean most
from what your
okay, hold on. Didn't you say though that you're not gonna graduate though on purpose? Like you're gonna drop out?
I mean, yeah, I'm getting my real estate license right now, and I'm seeing where that takes me. But like,
are you like doing like the online classes right now?
Real estate? Yeah. No, I'm getting my real estate license right now.
That's dope.
So once I get that, and then I'm gonna be an intern, and like hopefully it goes up from there. But
so intern as in like you're kind of just watching someone work their magic, and
you're
kind of just taking mental notes and shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch them do what they do, and then take mental notes and like learn from that.
Yeah.
But
like, I mean, bro, like from what like I've heard about and what you've told me about working for the what is it called, the shit they used to do in Virginia,
door to door.
It's you got some skills when it comes to talking to people, negotiating, and
I mean really what sales comes
selling
down to is building trust.
Yeah, it's building that
and being likable. As long as you can build trust and be likable, then you're good.
Yeah, I feel like you're actually really good at doing that too. Like real estate is like a perfect like career for you. I feel like because you know how to talk to people, you know how to like persuade people in some sort of way, and once you know what you're talking about, you know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I mean? So it's like
definitely
that I feel like that's like one of the best careers you could do as you.
Yeah. No, and like I'm not good with my hands. Like I know you do plumbing. I mean, you're good with your mouth too, but like,
good with my mouth, bro.
We all know what I'm saying. Like, in my future, I'm trying to make money with my mouth, and you know what I mean by that. But like, for me,
clipping that shit up, bro. I'm putting it on TikTok for sure, bro.
Say now we ain't posting this.
That's the reason. That's the reason why I did door to door. Like you look at like car
it's
salesmen.
good. It's a great experience.
Yeah, you look at car salesmen. You look at these real estate agents, and like when someone wants a house or wants a car, they come to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's easy to convince someone to buy something that they already want.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm knocking on somebody's door, they don't know who the fuck
you
I
already
am.
got leverage, you know what I mean?
They don't know who the fuck I am. So if I can convince somebody from knocking on their door to them not knowing who I am at first, and then I sell them, you know, whatever it is, if it's pest control, whatever, windows, anything.
Yep.
If I can convince them to buy something and they don't know who I am, when someone comes to me, it's going to be easy for me to tell them, like, you need this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I did that. Like, by far, hardest shit I've ever done in my life. Like, imagine getting
mentally?
doors. Yeah, mentally.
Yep.
Like, I've sat on a curb in some random-ass neighborhood in Washington, D.C., literally across the country from where I'm at. And, like, I've sat on the curb and cried and, like, called my family, like, hey, like, get me a flight home. Like, I'm not making money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want to go home. But, like...
And that's the shit that you need to, like, once that shit happens, you need to realize, like, okay, obviously there's going to be some lumps or some humps in this industry and shit, but
what would
you just got to keep on going and shit, bro. Like, really.
What would you say is, like, the biggest thing to get people to buy from you?
The biggest thing is just... It's honestly building relationships. If I
building trust,
I knew as soon as I knocked on that door, like not like when I first started, but like once I was in like 3 weeks, about 2-3 weeks, like I knew within 10 seconds of them opening the door if they were gonna buy from me.
Mm-hmm.
Like
just
you
from
could
their
just
attitude and shit.
It's literally so there's like an actual scientific like thing behind it. It like the first impression.
4 seconds. Yeah, 4 seconds.
If the first impression is good. Or if it's bad, I mean,
more likely.
It takes 11 other impressions to overcome that first impression. So if I come out and I like crack a joke and I get them to smile or get them to laugh or whatever, like that's a good impression. I knew right from the jump that they're gonna buy.
The scientific fact behind that is you have 4 seconds to make a good impression. That's how fast someone will make a good impression. And like Blake said, that is a scientific fact. If you make a bad impression within the first 4 seconds, it takes 11 more impressions to finally make up for that one bad. It takes 11 good impressions to make up for that one bad.
Which is crazy because I mean a lot of people are different.
It just shows like how much people focus on the negative. But when it comes to buying, one of the biggest things to get people to buy from you. It's the KOT factor, which is they have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. If someone doesn't have either of those 3 things, they won't buy from you. They have to know you, like you, and trust you.
And there's a lot of motherfuckers like that.
So the KOT, someone if you're ever going to get into sales, in order for someone to buy from you, it's the KOT factor: know, like, and trust. If they don't know, like, or trust you, if any of those 3 are cut out, they're not going to buy from you.
What I've learned, because I was attempting to do wholesale real estate, right?
Yeah.
What I've learned, 1 in 1,000, there's always a deal in a lifetime with real estate, at least.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to know how to work it, you know? And when I heard that, you know, it kind of just, I thought, you know, fuck, man, like this motherfucker, say he's been doing it, because I've watched videos and this dude was doing it for 2 months or 3 months. And in those 3 months of not knowing how to be a salesman to becoming a salesman and actually making deals, made $116,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so obviously, you know, like there's obviously people that know how to persuade people or know how to, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like, it's just crazy to think in 1 in 1,000 calls or 500 calls, whatever the number was, I forgot what it was. It was either 500 or 1,000. Yeah. There's always a deal of a lifetime. Mm-hmm. You got to do the work to get it. You know what I mean? And that's like,
I'd argue that it's even lower than that, probably less than 1 in 1,000.
I mean,
it's just like it's finding the right buyers and being able to, and
you just got to know what you're doing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to get shit.
Mm-hmm. Like, and more often than not, people like buying. Buying things makes people genuinely feel good. People want to buy your shit, they just don't know it yet.
Like, they text their freaking best friend, yeah, man, I just bought my new first house. I'm just so excited.
Like, think about when you go out and, like, you made a big purchase on a weapon Like, how does that make you feel? And I think about all the people all your close friends you went and told and bragged about too. Yep. Like how sick that is. And like that goes for any big purchase. Like if someone goes buys a brand new car, they're gonna be posting that shit all over the social media. Like the more expensive the thing is, usually the more excited the customer is gonna be.
Yep.
It's just like a lot of times it's just you as a salesman have to push them over the hump of making them actually commit to purchasing that. So I mean,
and that's the hardest part about it.
Yeah, I mean that's the hardest part. It's
making them commit to
the art of persuasion, like you said. A good book for anyone that wants to get into sales is The Way of the Wolf. Best fucking sales book ever, written by Jordan Belfort. Literally just got done reading it last week. Great fucking book, super in depth. Blake, I definitely recommend you read that shit, dude. Because if you're gonna get into anything to do with sales, bro, that shit's like insane. And that's actually where I got the facts. That's like how I knew that like what you were saying about the impressions thing is right, because that's the first chapter he goes over that, those exact facts and shit like that. So
what's crazy to me is like, so I was like grinding. I was actually doing like this is probably the hardest I've ever grinded on something.
Oh,
was
for
doing
months,
this,
like for a few months,
for 6 months
every
straight,
day. Research.
Every day, I had because I didn't have a job. You know, I was thinking to myself, holy fuck, dude, I'm wasting my life playing video games all day, every day, smoking pot, and then going to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning, waking up at 2 and just repeat. So I was like, fuck, I don't got a job. I got to learn something, you know? So like, I started grinding, taking notes, doing all that shit for 6 months straight. I got to the point where I was like, dude, I'm fucking ready to start calling people. I bought Prop Streams, which is a platform that, you know, skip traces people's information, their phone numbers, their whatever is, you know, the house that's being sold at the moment, if it's a foreclosure or if it's any of these like different, because there's obviously different types of like houses being sold on the market. There's foreclosures. There's what is it called? Fucking owner is just posting it on Craigslist or something. There's a fuck ton. I can't name off the top of my head, but fuck, I forgot where I was going.
Yeah, but I mean, you were saying how you started this because you didn't have a job and shit.
Yeah,
and saying how basically like you got into this because you just felt like you were playing games, smoking weed, and just going to bed and like repeating that. And
exactly,
so
and like I got to the point where I was ready to. So I bought the Prop Streams, and as soon as I was about to call someone, and I just hesitated. I was just
that was the thing. I remember being on you. I was like, dude, you just got to call. You just got to make a fucking call.
And that's the one thing I regret is not being able to actually get on the phone. And I always told myself too, I am never gonna see this person because my main thing I was gonna do virtual wholesaling, so I didn't even have to go to the property.
Yeah,
I was just gonna call a contractor and be like, hey, yeah, look over this house, and you know, after everything's said and done, I'm gonna give you a couple $1,000s or some shit like that. You know, like, you know, I was gonna just kind of push the work onto other people because. You could be making. I mean, I follow this guy on TikTok, and his average virtual wholesale, doesn't even go to the property, doesn't look at anything. He just kind of, you know, puts the work onto someone else. Yeah. His average is 10,000, 15,000, 10 around that range.
That's crazy, bro.
And the thing about wholesaling real estate too is that you don't need a real estate license.
Yeah,
it's all depending on you. Work. And with that being said, there are people in the Philippines, you know, you pay them fucking
$5 an hour, bro.
$15 an hour, $10 an hour. Yeah. And they already know because they've been doing this for 5 years or whatever. They already know the whole scheme of how to, you know, close deals, sell houses, do all this shit, closing or all the, you know,
all the shit,
purchase and agreement, paperwork and all that type of shit. They do that shit for 15, and like once you get a team going, you could I mean,
just scale it up.
You got 15 callers from the Philippines that you're paying $10 an hour. Yeah. And they produce. Fuck, dude, I forgot what it was. It was like with 15 people that have been doing this business for a lot of fucking money, dude. Mm-hmm. They you know they make a lot of leads that turn into actual buyers or sellers or whatever it is. Like that's so this guy that watch King Kong, I think his name is, or some Wholesale to Millions.
Yeah, I know.
The Asian guy.
Yeah.
He's from Seattle.
Yeah.
Dude, he makes 300,000 plus every fucking month. And I mean, it's obviously because he has real estate as well, but the main thing is from wholesale real estate that he just has expanded so big that he obviously still does it for content.
Okay, while we're on this topic though. So, like, you researched a lot, and you still know, like, most of the information. It's not like
I've definitely forgot a lot, but I know the majority of information.
It wouldn't be hard for you to, like, replenish that
No, once I start learning.
Yeah.
re-watching shit, I'll be like, oh yeah, duh, what the fuck, you know?
Since you went that far and you already know that much, what's stopping you from just doing it again now? Like,
honestly, man,
I mean, I know you have a career with plumbing and shit, and like you're fine doing that. But think about it. You come home and like you're just back, like you play video games and shit. Like what's stopping? Like if you imagine you make that a side hustle and you just close like one house every 3 months. Like just think about the extra income that can make.
And that's the thing about that is like people that part-time wholesalers, they're still making $10,000 a month, and that's just off one deal a month. And that's the thing about wholesaling too. Like if I was in your shoes right now as wanting to be a real estate agent,
to me.
Yes, yeah. I would not do that. That's just my preference, only because I know so much about wholesale real estate, and you can make so much more money, bro. If you do it right, and you know what you're talking about, you can make so much more money.
Oh yeah,
talking about wholesaling,
definitely. So much more money. Bro. I think it also depends what market you're in, because
that's the thing.
If the thing that's different though is like with real estate, becoming an agent is that you have to build a name for yourself. Yeah. When it comes to wholesaling, you don't have to. You can be anyone. You're just you're just connecting two people. Yep. But with a real estate agent,
you're the fucking middleman, bro.
Yeah, like
you sell this house, or you buy this house, quote unquote, buy this. You don't even put any money into it, basically. Yeah. Barely any money. Yeah. Right. And you buy this house for, let's say, $312,000 or $300,000.
You have it under contract,
and it's already a below market deal. So it's like, oh shit, like. And then you start calling hard money investors, or there's even, you can even call real estate agents that have investors that are willing to buy properties below average or whatever. You call them, you hit them up, you say, hey man, look, I got a property for $300,000 in this certain location. They're selling for, let's say $375,000. I can sell you this for $350,000. You get that $50,000 margin, or. And
then they're happy because they still get that $20,000.
Yeah, or they still get that $50,000. Because like they even sell it for more after the remodel and a full. So it's like, if I was you, bro, I would say, actually wholesale or real estate agent, you're gonna learn all the shit that you need to learn.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say. I definitely keep doing your real estate. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good to have your license. Yeah. I'm guessing you're getting your license in Washington State.
Yeah, Washington.
So it'll be good to have that license, but also
it's like
just because like you'll learn the basic fundamentals about real estate in general. And just knowing the game will help you in all fields when because at the end of the day, wholesaling is real estate. So I mean, you're gonna learn most of the shit that you need to know from that. And then additionally, if you ever do want to get into wholesaling, I think you can make it's a lot easier to grow.
If I was, like I said again, if I was in your shoes, I would go through this whole course, get your real estate license. And just get right into fucking wholesaling, bro.
See, but the thing is, for me, like, I know the wholesaling thing is all over the phone. For me, I feel like I'm a better salesman face to face. Like, I'm the type of dude that will sit down and have dinner with you. Like,
Washington is one of the highest states for wholesale real estate. If you're moving to Seattle, that's where the hot spot is in Seattle. Yeah. And the market is so fucking high that the
higher the market, the wider the margins.
Yeah, so like people make hundreds. Like the highest I've seen in a wholesale deal was like $116,000 in one deal that you made. Yeah, because you bought the house for $260 because you said it's gonna be, you're not gonna have to worry about all the closing fees. You're not gonna have to worry about this because we covered that. You're not gonna have to worry about that because I'll cover that. But really, you're on the phone the whole day, and you're just telling, hey, look, so this is what's going on. We're gonna basically be doing this, and so that's what you're doing.
But the thing is, like you said, how you like being in person. You can do that too. It's not like there's three different methods. That'll just limit you to where you go. But still, like Isaac said, dude, everywhere you go, there's property that needs to be foreclosed and that needs to be bought that people aren't living in and people want to sell and shit. Like, you look in our town, you drive by, there's a lot of fucking vacant houses.
There's two wholesalers in Wenatchee right now.
Just two?
Just two. Yeah.
Do they sell in local or do they do virtual?
See, that's the thing. They do local because there's Drive for Dollars, which is you drive around, you have Redfin open or Zillow or whatever,
Zillow, yeah.
And you look for whatever type of house you're targeting, pre-foreclosures, vacant homes, all these different types of homes, and you look for those, and you just kind of drive around. Okay, you write notes. Okay, this house is that, and I'm guessing there's going to be having $50,000 that you're going to have to put into this house, and So you do all that shit. You kind of once you start, because I watch videos for 6 months straight, bro.
Yeah, no,
like
I
5 to 6 hours, 7, maybe even 8. Like the first 3 weeks, I was literally that's all I did for all day long, just write notes. Yeah. And like once you like realize what the fuck this property is worth for you or for the seller or whatever, yeah, you're like, oh my god, dude, I can make fucking $20,000 in 30 days. So, and that's the thing, actually, the highest amount of days that like so. Wholesaling is a quick process. Like if you want to sell because like people who want to sell their house quick, like damn near are mostly going to wholesaling because it's a quick ass process. They can get sold in 10 days. Yeah. Like if the house is up to par or whatever, and there's a few things you need, like it's a quick process, bro. So it's like you can. How do I explain this?
Oh, he's thinking of how to say something, so I don't want to interrupt.
You just go, bro. I gotta. Get
okay, so that brings me back to my original question though. For you, is why what's stopping you from getting back into it?
Honestly, bro, it's like.
Is it still just a fear of like just getting on those calls?
No, it's not. I don't think it's that. It's that anymore. It's the fact that I have 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever it is, of hard work every day. And then for me to come home and do damn near even harder work. Or not.
It's different.
Physically, but mentally harder work.
Yeah, because that's the difference between mine and your job right now.
Physically and mentally draining. So it's like when I get home from work, I just want to chill. I want to relax. I want to, I was digging holes all day today. Digging fucking trenches all day today. Fucking jackhammering out shit. That's fucking, my arms are sore because of that shit. Like it's physically demanding work to go to mentally demanding work, so it's like, and that's the thing about me too, is like I have the time to be able to do part-time wholesale. Yeah, I most definitely have the time to do that.
Do you think
and I have
a lack of like
it's basically laziness. That's all it is.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like laziness. Just a lack of discipline to just get yourself to actually
that's
do
all it is. Like I look forward to coming home, hanging out with my girl. I look forward to coming home, and
which isn't a bad thing, by the way. Like, because I mean,
playing video games and enjoying like playing video. Like, I look forward to things that I shouldn't look forward to in a way. But I mean, obviously, me hanging out with my girlfriend, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no. So that's what I'm gonna say.
But I prioritize things in a way that I shouldn't. If that makes sense, like I should. I know a lot about this, that I should be prioritizing wholesaling. Yeah. And I should be telling Aaliyah, hey, look, like I'm gonna grind right now. I'm gonna be making fuck ton of money here soon. Like you're just gonna have to stick with. You're gonna have to suck it up and realize what this will be in the what this will become.
Okay, so you could do it that way, but I think it's better to just have like a
balanced life.
Yeah. So I mean, there is no such thing as like work-life balance. It's just life. Like, it's just life. Everyone fucking works. There's no work-life balance. You just have life, and that's it. Mm-hmm. So there's no balancing it out. It's just life, and that's how it is.
I mean, that's the thing, too. Like, other people, there's hardcore grinders that come home from an 8-hour shift to work another 8-hour shift on a side hustle that they do, And, like, I feel like I could turn into one of those people. I gotta drop some things.
Yeah, so it's just... You have to kind of sit down and look at what your priorities are and what your goals are. And I think the thing with you isn't a lack of like capability, because you're definitely capable of doing it. I think it's more so just like
doing it too.
You are comfortable, I guess. Exactly. you know that doing your current job, you can make a lot of money doing it.
Oh fuck yeah!
And so it's kind of just like fuck the camera.
I kind of already like set for. I'm kind of already like I feel like I'm already set. Like I already have this career that's gonna be. If I want it, I could be making fucking $250,000 a year. If I want to, Yeah. And it's like, I just don't have that drive to be having a side hustle and having all these things. So it's like I wouldn't have a life.
But like that physically demanding.
Physically demanding to like, mentally demanding. That's hard.
Yeah, I could only super imagine hard. Like, for me, like I already said, like. Working with my hands, bro, that shit takes a toll on you. So I couldn't imagine coming home from a 10-hour day, 12-hour day, whatever it is.
Yeah, like today,
from doing that shit
for 6 hours straight, I was digging holes today. for groundwork, which is, you know, you're laying pipe because the basement floor is going to be all concrete. So you obviously there's going to need to be some plumbing in there. Mm-hmm. And there's rocks everywhere. You're going to, you know, you're fucking, and the fucking jackhammer, bro, like you're fucking, you're jackhammering concrete. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking, like, you're holding this thing. This fucking tool is like 75, 50 pounds. Yeah. And you're holding it for 15 minutes straight, just fucking straight jackhammering. I got a blister right here because of it. Yeah. You know, like all these things come into play for me to enjoy my time off work. Yeah. And not to mention that I have to deal with a fucking idiot as a fucking journeyman. Like that shit is mentally draining. Yeah. I have a physically draining job that turns into a mentally draining job because I have to deal with this fucking idiot who just likes talking shit, and I'm fed up with it. Yeah, some ex-meth head for fucking 20 years, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I mean, the dude's cool, bro, but like...
I will say, I think that it's easier to do physical stuff first than mental stuff first. Like, if you had to do the mental shit, like, a mentally...
See, and that's the thing, though, there's two different sides to it, though. Because physically, you come home, you're fucking tired. Well, mentally, okay. You come home, you're just mentally drained.
But so yeah, it's like, so that's what I'm saying. Because I've worked both, and like now sitting on a computer all day, it's almost like so. Because when your body's tired, you can push through that. Like you can push through that.
You're just a lot slower.
Yeah, like your body's tired, but doesn't mean your mental shit's tired, right? Mm-hmm. So like you can still, like, say I go and work at a fucking, or actually no, you're a perfect example of this. So you go.
There is a plugin, it's kind of close to Kaya. Oh, no, that's all good. I'm just
yeah, so you're a perfect example of this because you go to work every day and you have a really hard physical labor job. So it's it's body tiring.
Which mentally drains you at the same time.
Physically tiring. It's not like a mentally tiring job though.
No, it's like, not. But it comes to that.
Yeah, no, I get. Okay,
especially because I'm dealing with atoms.
But what I'm getting to though is then you come home and then you sit on your computer and play games. And so that if you're capable of like putting in the time and like to sit and play games, like just moving your fingers and focus on like doing good playing the games, you're capable of sitting on the computer and like watching videos or calling people and shit like that.
I know that's, and
so
that's where the laziness and the drive, not being able to drive to strive for greatness or whatever.
The only drive thing too, it's not like there's a lack of drive. It's just you're just too comfortable. Like it's just like I said earlier, is you're comfortable with how you know your career's okay, so there's no drive to want to be better. Mm-hmm. But you're definitely capable of it, bro. Yeah, like if you spend just even fucking an hour every like 2 days or some shit like that.
Yep, eventually I'll definitely get a deal and I'll close a deal and I'll be fucking $10,000. Just that's like the average wholesale.
Every price. Fucking person who's ever done sales or whoever has done anything where they make money off something like commission based, your first fucking sale though feels like fucking crack, bro. Like you have such a high when you have that first sale. It just makes you want to go get another one.
And that's the thing though. Like when I was doing wholesale, I was thinking to myself, "Holy fuck, dude! Like this could be a life changing, like where I could not ever have to worry about money." Mm-hmm. If I am able to get one deal that you ever like for wholesale, real estate in general, that one deal that you get, that is a life changing deal because it
changes your perspective on things because it shows that it's possible, that it's real.
It opens up different parts of your brain. Yeah. You realize like, holy fucking shit, I did that. And then, you do that in 3 months. And then the next deal, you do that in 2 months. And then after that, you're fucking doing that, every week. And then after that, 5 times a week, 10 times a week. And then you scale your business. People are making literally $500,000 off wholesale real estate a month. Mm-hmm. And that's, you got to account for.
I mean, that's okay.
Hiring people and
$500,000 a month though is once you've fucking built it up. Not saying that.
That's
one person building just doing that. Yeah.
I mean, that's like as it goes.
But that's like how you can. That's where you can get to eventually.
That's the thing too.
Like knowing that, I just think like eventually you should just try and like put like an hour aside, one hour a week, just like doing it, slowly getting back into it.
I know
because I mean, me and you both know that you can make a lot more money eventually doing this than fucking plumbing. And I guarantee you'd fucking way rather just on your body and shit. This would probably be way better for you. Like you'd enjoy this probably more.
And I'm not gonna say plumbing's like I hate plumbing because I do like plumbing. Like it's
like
it's cool. Yeah, because it's cool looking from day one to not knowing what a fitting is, like a 1/2 inch fitting to a 3/4 fitting to a 1 inch fitting. Not knowing, the only thing I could tell was a 1/2 inch because it's so small. 3/4 and 1 inch, I did not know what the fuck that fitting, what the difference was. Now I'm fucking, I'm counting the fixtures and because for plumbing, it's honestly there's a lot of mental in plumbing. Like it's easy because you learn it as you go, but there's a lot of fucking mental shit in plumbing. Like you gotta, so right here in this house, there's a count of fixtures, and a fixture is, there's a tub. Okay, so a tub is a 4-unit fixture for hot and cold. A sink is depending on the sink, is a 1 or a 1.5 unit fixture for each fucking, hot and cold. Yeah. And a toilet, 2.5. And so you add those up, so 5 units of a fixture unit. So say, okay, I have a toilet, that's 2.5, and I have 2 lavs, so that equals 5.5. I'm over, so I have to have 3/4 pipe, and I have to bring 3/4 pipe just to 1 fixture unit. So that 1 fixture, after I bring 3/4 pipe, I can bring 1/2 inch to it. So like say I have 29 fixture units. So it goes 5 or more, so it's 5 or less, you can do 1/2 inch. Okay, so from anywhere to 5 to 21, you can do 3/4, in which that means so let's say I have a sink, a toilet, and a tub and a shower. So a shower, there's a shower head. You know how some shower heads have a shower head and like a handheld shower head and then like a rain head?
Yeah.
Each head counts as 2 fixture units. Okay? So that's 6 already in this shower. And then you have a tub on the other side. That's 4 because the demand of water that needs to be put, like that needs to go into the tub. So I already have 10 units. So I have to bring 3/4 all the way until I get to 5 units. So it's like there's just like it's confusing, right?
Yeah, no, you're lost. I was lost.
Yeah, exactly. Lost. You don't even like it took me like 5 months to learn that. I didn't know that until I worked at this company. Like it's confusing as fuck. Like it's mentally and physically draining, but once you get it, it's just physically draining. It's like for water, because I only do water lines. I don't do waste lines yet, which I think I should be because I'm going to be the first one to journey out of all the apprentices. And I'm not because fucking Fagum, Adam, is picking, he's just a bitch, dude. Like if I was working with my second journeyman, Mo, I would have already been doing waste. And he's the best teacher I ever had as a plumber. He is the hardest worker I've ever had as a plumber. He's the coolest plumber I've ever had, or journeyman that I've had.
Yeah, you've worked with.
Like he's the best plumber I've ever had. And like I would have already been doing waste, and I already know everything about water that you can know. Yeah. Like I can do, like if you wanted me to say you're building a house, you wanted me to do water lines or do plumbing, I could do the water lines, but I can't do the waste because, I mean, I know codes, but I don't know all the codes. Yeah. Like there's so many codes. So say you're going vertical to horizontal, you can't have more than 135 degrees, or you can't have more than 180 degrees. Yeah. So you can have a 90 degree. And so there's 3-inch 90s, 2-inch 90s, 1.5 90s, 4-inch 90s, and that's literally it's a 90-degree angle as a fitting. Yeah. So you can't have 180 degrees more or some shit like that. So you have to have a long term 90, and there's a medium. You need a long term to go vertical and a long term to go horizontal. If it's horizontal to vertical, it's a medium term long. Like there's just so many codes into plumbing that like it's mentally and physically demanding. Like
I could see that.
You got to be like, and the way I think about it, this fucking retard Adam can be a fucking journeyman plumber. Anyone in the damn world can be a damn journeyman plumber. Yeah. Like, dude, this guy, I'll ask him a question and he'll be sitting there for fucking 3 minutes driving the car. He drives like this, like head fucking cocked back, like he's like 3 minutes later, yeah, so da da da, and I'm like, I'm already having a new conversation. I totally forgot what the fuck I said. You know what I mean? Like it's like. This guy, like, if he can do that,
anybody can.
Anyone in the fucking world.
I think that goes for like all businesses, though. Like, there's people in all industries, like business owners, that it's like, dude, if they can fucking own this business and make $1 million a year, then I can fucking do that.
That's
like
everyone's human. Everyone has the same fucking everything.
That's what people gotta realize too. Is so much people are so small minded when it comes to like how you make money. that like it's a lot easy. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that. It's not easier than people think it is, but it's a lot more possible than people think it is.
You just gotta,
and
you gotta, for
it
all
starts here.
Shit,
it all starts here. With
it's
mental.
literally all right here. If you believe in yourself and you just be consistent with whatever you're doing, you're gonna be on the top no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for anything. That goes for any. It doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
If you believe truly in your mind that you're able to do something, like you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the mind is a lot more powerful than a lot of people think, and I've seen so many videos of
like proof of that.
That like manifestation. A lot of people don't know how powerful that is. Like if you manifest something, it will happen no matter what.
Well, it's like
just because.
So what is
your,
real?
Your brain is so drive to do something like that. So say I want to be a fucking journeyman plumber and make $250,000 a year, and scale out to this big ass business, which I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about that almost like damn near every week at least 3 times.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time. We're always talking about
it's gonna happen no matter what. I don't I don't give a fuck what people say or whatever. It's gonna happen just because my brain is already pursuing that.
Let me just break down how manifestation works for everyone. Is the reason why this works too is because if your mind is constantly thinking about something, it's gonna prosper. It's gonna become real, and like if you are constantly thinking about red cars, right? Like if this is all you think about is red cars. Every time you see a red car on the street, you're gonna see that, or you're gonna notice it.
Dopamine hit.
Yeah, you're gonna notice that red car. Same with like if all you're thinking about is starting that business, everything in life that you see that can like be added to starting that business, you're gonna take that as a learning lesson and add it towards starting that business, and you're just gonna like the world is your teacher, and so when you view life like that, and like and you start talking about your goals and like what you want to do, and that's all you think about, that's what's gonna happen. It'll slowly start to build itself because that's all you think about. And if you're putting in the actionable steps towards achieving that goal, it's gonna happen.
No matter what.
That's literally how when we talk about manifestation, we're not just saying how you wishing for some shit and then that's it. Like it was a one-time wish. Like I was laying in bed one night and I dreamed about this mansion and I thought that was amazing, and then like you just thought about that one time and like you're not thinking about it ever again. That's not manifestation. That's a dream or a thought. Manifestation is when you constantly think about something and you talk about it and you're passionate about it, and like this is something that runs through your mind all the time. It's not just a thought that goes through your head once a week. If you're manifesting something, this is something that's on your mind 24/7, whether it be presently or in the back of your mind. It's always running somewhat. And so like with plumbing and you and your goals, that's like your full-time job. And like even when we're home, we talk about like how work went and like what your goals are and like what of you journeying out and kind of like the steps of how your career is going to go and whatnot.
I literally every time I talk about plumbing, I talk about, I'm going to be, once I become a journeyman, I'm going to be working for a company for a couple of years, and I'm going straight into having my own company. Because that's, I don't get why plumbers, as a plumber, they don't make the full potential of what they can make. Like Adam, I'm not like trying to shit on him right now, but like he's making like $32 to $35 an hour. He's been a fucking plumber for 20 years. He should have his own damn business. Crazy. He should, like, I don't get how people work in an industry or a trade and don't make the full potential out of things. Just like they're wasting. Oh, it's just such a headache to have a job. You have to do all this paperwork, and motherfucker, you pick the trade. Why don't you make the full potential out of it? Yeah. That's how I think about it. And so that's why I'm going, couple years as a journeyman. After that, I'm going straight into a business. A couple years later, or not even, maybe a year later, fucking 6 months later, I'm going to have, 2 apprentices. After that, okay, 1 journey's out. Okay, now 2 more apprentices. Now I have 2 crews going. After that, a couple more apprentices and journeymans. And I'm just going to scale so big that, like, I'm not even going to have to work. I'm just, I'm running the ship without even running the ship.
Yeah, like you, before you go, the thing about that, too, is like you said, how people are always like, oh, it's so much work. It is a lot of work for that first year. And then once you have the process once you have the system and the processes set up, it's less work actually. And then that because that's what you're working towards is not working. Yeah, is not working. And so you can do what you're doing now and do this till you're 65 and retire, or like
you ain't
just
gonna have shit.
yeah, just like you said, like your journeyman, he's just not doing anything. He's just fine being at his $35 an hour
He's
after
fine
being minimal. Average. Yeah, being average. So he's comfortable. Instead of like if you go and start your own business and do this, yeah, it's gonna fucking suck. It's gonna be a lot harder than doing what Adam's doing.
You gotta look at the outcome though.
It's gonna be a lot harder for those couple years, but after that couple years, say you get this done by 30 years old, you have your business started, and you're working hard till 35 even. Now you're 35 and you have this business and you're working, let's say instead of 40 hours a week, now you're working 10, 20 hours a week. So now you just half your time, and that you're at 35. And now say 5 years later, now you're working 5 hours a week, just looking over like paperwork or some shit once a week.
And that's exactly.
And then after that, and then 40, and then yeah, after you're 40, you basically retire at 40 years old working 5 hours a week. Because now you're just kind of overseeing, making sure your managers are looking over everything and everything's going good. And so now you retire at 40, now just sitting back, working your 5 hours a week, making $500,000 a year versus you in the field making $70,000 a year, fucking working 80 hours every 2 weeks, 40 hours a week.
You only got to worry about the headache of finding the jobs. That's like my boss, he's been plumbing for 40 fucking years.
That's great.
He started when he was 8 years old because his dad was a plumber. Think about that. While he's 8 years old, I'm not even a thought in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's been plumbing 20 years before I was even born. And he comes to a job site because he only time he comes to, like, if Adam's gone, then he might work, right? But the only time he comes to a job site is to lay us out. Where's the ice box gonna be? And that's for like how you get ice in your refrigerator. Where is the sink gonna be? And it's the average countertop or the average sink is around this area, like there's a lot, like he makes a lot of money just for being able, like right now, for the last 2 weeks, he's just been hunting.
Mm-hmm.
And he's made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
He's doing his hobbies not as we speak, but as we speak, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And he's making a fuck ton of money. Every roughing we do, at least $10,000.
That's so crazy.
And typically, you got two tub or two toilets. That's a 2-day rough-in. That means like, the wall, the house is just framed up, no drywall, no nothing. It's just wood. It's just all wood. So 2 toilets equals kind of 2 days of work. He's paying us he's paying around probably $1,000 a day. He's making $8,000 profit off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the rough-in. And then you got, or if it's groundwork, I mean, that's another $5,000 before the rough-in. So it goes groundwork, rough-in, trim. Trim is like doing, the finalized work, like putting in sinks, putting in shower valves, all that type of shit. That's another $5,000-6,000. So really, he's making $15,000. That's not net. $13,000 net, or revenue or whatever, or whatever it is, off of one job. While he only paid $6,000 total for us to work it, and he's
just hunting the whole time.
Yeah, he's just chilling back, and the thing about my boss is he's an alcoholic, like literally an alcoholic. Like by 10 o'clock he's shaking, like he's a full blown alcoholic, and he just sits back, drinks, and makes money.
The beauty of being a business owner.
Exactly, and that's why I look at those, like, obviously not wanting to be an alcoholic, but like I look at my boss and think, wow, dude, this guy has a camper. This guy has 3 boats. This guy has a literal like mini tank in a way that can go on land and then also drive across a damn lake.
Yeah.
And he has, his passion is hunting, and he has like a whole ass hunting like business where he like a hunter's guide.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to Alaska like twice a year and just fucking hunts. While we're just working, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like,
is that where he's at right now?
No, he's hunting here now because hunting season's right now. But I mean,
do you gotta go to the bathroom or something? Yeah, I see you keep moving the mic.
Yeah, I gotta fucking piss, bro.
I'm actually having so much fun.
Fuck, is it still recording?
Is it?
Yeah, we're still good. So I wanted to ask
me.
Yeah, with you being, I feel like you've matured a lot over the last like couple years.
I think so as well.
From in high school and everything, And in the podcast, they're probably gonna hear Isaac pissing in the background right now. I'm gonna be honest, but
yeah,
shit's loud as fuck.
yeah.
But yeah, I think you've matured a lot and come a long ways from like just high school and just all the drama. I mean, I think just in high school in general, there's just a lot of drama in general.
Yeah. I was definitely in the middle of almost.
Yeah,
all of
you were. I gotta say, you were in the middle of a lot of fucking drama in high school.
Not even meaning to be. It just turned out that way, and like.
But I mean, you gotta like take credit for that though, because like there's obviously a reason why you're involved. Like you may not mean to, but there's kind of like a common factor in that. Like
definitely.
And so, what I was gonna ask though is, what do you think is like the biggest thing you've learned over the past few years? And what would you just say is like just a good lesson you've learned?
I think with everything of that, I always try to like put myself in other people's situations where it wasn't like for me. Like say there was something about Isaac, I always found a way to like put myself in that situation as the same as him. But what I've learned from it is definitely just like stay in your own lane.
Yeah.
Kind of focus on yourself and like whatever happens. But definitely I did like not even meaning to. I put myself in other people's situations. And
what do you think led you to after high school, after you graduated, what led you into like actually here before I even ask that, just kind of give everyone an explanation of what happened after high school. Where did you go? Like what was your steps and thought process right after you graduated high school, and then like what did you do? Did you go to college? And like kind of explain like to how do you get to where you are now?
So basically, I mean, going through junior year, COVID year happened. I didn't want to do school. I literally paid someone to do my school for me. My whole senior year, like, I didn't do anything. I graduated because of somebody else. And I went on a family vacation with a friend, and I was just going to get my real estate license and kind of do what I'm doing right now. And
this is 4 years ago, huh? 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago. It was my senior year of high school. We were graduating in June. I went on the family vacation in January. And we got drunk one night, and they were like, like, I think you should go to college, like first generation student going to college. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I think I should like try to change whatever the past, my family past, like I'll be the first guy to change that. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll go to college. Went to Grand Canyon, worst experience of my life. Like, I mean, it was just too far from home. Yeah, I'm a homebody. Never went out of the country. Never went on no family vacations, anything like that. So I decided to come back. Fell in love with Pullman. A lot of my friends go to Pullman, so I was super comfortable in Arizona. I didn't know anybody, and like, I would say I'm pretty outgoing, but not as outgoing as
people think.
Yeah, as people think, and like trying to make friends. I mean, I'll meet people through a friend of a friend. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so fell in love with Pullman. Decided to move out there. Best decision I've ever made, by the way. Yeah, just doing the same thing I was gonna do coming out of high school, but I'm glad that I'm doing what I'm doing because of the experiences that I've had.
And now back to my original question: what made you choose getting into real estate out of everything?
The door-to-door. I mean, I was working at Chipotle when COVID happened, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like working a scheduled job. Door-to-door was literally on your own time. Like, it was all up to you. Like, it wasn't, if I worked this job, like if me and you worked together at Chipotle, we're both making the same amount of money, and I did all the work and you did nothing, we still get paid the same. It was all up to me. Like, if I didn't knock on a single door, I didn't make any money that day.
Okay, but what I'm asking is, why didn't you just decide to stick with door-to-door, or why didn't you get into solar? Why real estate specifically?
It's easy. Everybody needs a home. Everybody needs a home. You gotta find a place to sleep at
Real
night.
estate's always gonna be there no matter what.
No matter what. Literally no matter what. Unless
I agree. No, home is like the number one. Okay, I'm not. A home, if you're buying it for yourself, I'd argue it's definitely not an asset. If you're buying it for yourself, at that point it's a liability. But a home can potentially be someone's biggest asset. because property, we're not making more of it. We're not making more land.
Yeah.
What we have is what we have. So you can't just grow fucking more of the U.S.
Yeah.
And the population is continuing to grow. And it's just like people, like you said, people are always going to need homes. So yeah, people are always going to need homes. So like, there's always going to be some value, especially in real estate. So I'm guessing, so that's like why your main reason for doing real estate is because like you just know that it's always going to be in demand.
Yeah, I mean, the other reason why I'm decided to do real estate is like from door to door. I mean, you could be a car salesman. The commission of selling a $10,000 car isn't as much as selling a $500,000 home.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm definitely looking about the money side of things, but it's like I said, it's a lot about just like building relationships and stuff like that.
How far from now do you think you'll be able to have your real estate license?
I'll have it in 3 months.
When do you aim to start selling homes?
So the thing for me is I know a lot of real estate agents. There's a lot around here. Jack Goodmanson's mom is a real estate agent around here.
Yep.
And like for me, no one is going to trust me to sell them a home if I've never sold anybody a home.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, you have to join a real estate brokerage.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's why I'm doing the internship. But I'm waiting for people that are our age that are looking for a home. And if I've been in the game for, a few years, they're going to trust me more than they're going to trust someone that just got into it. And so I don't know anybody personally that wants a home and that would actually trust me to buy a home.
You know what, I think honestly, bro, like you doing your real estate course, whatever, internship or whatever.
Yeah.
If you were to do that and at the same time study wholesaling.
Yeah.
I
knew you were going back to this topic.
Because
I know it's just because you know how lucrative it can be.
I think Blake could do really fucking in 3 to 6 months. I think you can get your first deal.
No, I know.
Easily, I honestly think you could easily get your first deal, and it doesn't even matter that you're not knocking door to door. You're still talking to a person.
Yeah,
same thing as talking to them in person.
It is.
Yeah,
and I mean honestly, like I think you could kill it because I've heard your spiels and your what you.
The pitches and all that.
The pitches and all that shit. And it's like, you know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you know what you're talking about, you know what you're talking about.
And it's all about selling it, bro. Like, honestly, half of the deals that I made selling pest control, I was bullshitting the whole time. It's all about just being an actor. Like, whatever they want you to be, you got to act like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people would talk about, like, sad stories and shit.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
I just act like I'm sad. You know what I mean? It's all about just, like, being who they want you to be.
I just think you fucking kill it,
you have
bro.
you have to tone match. So if you're gonna break rapport, say if you come in and that person is like all sad and quiet, and then you come in like being all, so I want to sell you this house, and like you're very loud and active with it. Yeah. That's breaking rapport, and they're instantly not gonna feel comfortable with you. Yeah. But if they come in and they're like, hey, how are you doing? And you come in and you match them, you're like, I'm doing good, and then like you match their tonality, then you can start to pace them.
You can connect with them.
So that instantly builds that trust, and then you do something called pacing, and then what you do is you'll build that first trust, and then you can slowly start to work your way into the tonality that gets them feeling a certain way, like it's exciting, because like when you raise your voice and start speaking faster, it's more of an excited tonality. As to where you slow it down, it kind of gets more calm and quiet and somber a little bit. But then I go back faster, and then I raise it up, and I get super excited and loud about it, and it kind of brings people at this level of just like you get people to feel a certain way when you construe sentences a certain way.
Yep. And also say you call this person, hey, I'm doing cash offers for your home, They say, no, I'm not with it. If you keep, hey, how's it going? Just wondering if, you're still selling your house. You keep fucking, asking them, you have a good day, telling them that type of shit. Eventually, they're going to be like, holy shit, this guy cares for me, he's trying to help me out. Yeah. They're going to call you back, hey, I'm actually looking to sell my home, so if you, those leads that you just say you called someone, they just threw you off.
Yeah, always be nice. Never just be an asshole. Like if someone's an asshole to you, like especially over the phone with wholesaling, like you're saying, if someone's like an asshole,
you never break character.
Yeah, in the call politely, because you never know, like that they might just be having a shit day, and like you just saying I hope no worries, John. I hope you have a good rest of your day. You saying that still shows that you're a positive character, and if you can do that, they might think about that 8 months from now when they are willing to sell the house, and they'll be like, hey,
that's the guy.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too. Like it's just crazy. Like the guy that I watched a lot, King Kong or whatever.
Yeah,
he would call a guy, and just keep whatever. He would just keep talking to him month after month, just check up on him. Eventually, dude, they're gonna be like, like I said, dude, they're gonna be fucking ready to sell, and you're gonna be the guy since you were just right there with them, kind of during the whole journey, fucking just, encouraging them. I hope you have a good day. Just let me know. Just kind of keep building that rapport, like Kaya was saying, and it's you make a lot more deals by
having that rapport and trust, like I said, trust.
Consistency, really.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
no,
all about
trust.
consistency.
If they feel like they know you, and they like you, and they trust you, so they'll buy from you. And if they don't, then they're not going to buy from you.
I mean, that's how a lot of deals get, closed, is by just fucking having that consistent. Hey, how's it going, man? I hope you're doing well. You're, just obviously not talking about real estate every time, just keeping in touch with them and, kind of building a relationship, rapport, all that type of shit. That's like, and the way you kind of put yourself out there is the main three things that you need to focus on when you're doing that, a salesman job. You need to be able to do all that shit.
Yeah, the way you present yourself. Because if you don't have a positive encounter or interaction, they're gonna judge you. So you need to come across as someone who's professional.
Like you said, bro, like the first 5 seconds is
because they'll make
every person. They judge you off the first 5 seconds of impressions or whatever.
And
so you got to always make a good first impression every single time. And if you don't, you keep moving on, but just know that you possibly missed the deal of a lifetime.
It's a lot harder to come back, like we said, from making a bad impression than it is to come back from making a good impression. So it's just move forward, making a good impression, because when you're already negative, if you make a bad impression, you're in the hole, really deep.
Fucked. You're damn near fucked. There's really
literally. Like you can it's not impossible to come out of the hole from that, but it's almost not 100 worth times the effort. Harder. Yeah, because you just set yourself back that much, and it's just, if you can cut out that process and just figure out how to present yourself in the correct way, you'll be miles ahead of all the people that are making those bad first impressions. So
yeah, it's crazy how much I learned and like how much like has stuck inside my brain, and I still haven't done anything about it.
I think it's probably just, we haven't really talked about that though. Like you haven't had a deep conversation about real estate wholesaling, and since I introduced you to my buddy Alec,
and that wasn't even really that deep. I was just kind of like giving him a gist of things. You know what I mean? It wasn't even...
like that's just like, you don't realize how much information you have stored in your brain until you're asked questions. Because you got to think, your brain is so powerful, bro, and you know so many answers to questions that you don't even know. Like
that I didn't even know I knew.
Yeah, that you didn't even know you knew until you got asked the right question about it.
Like once you get asked that right question, click. Oh like shit!
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, but 10 seconds ago, before you even knew that question, you didn't even know you had the answer to that. So it's funny. 'Cause I was thinking about that this week. Just thinking about how you don't know what you don't know, and also you don't know what you do know until
you know.
until you're asked. Yeah. And so it's just crazy because like I can't just think right now and go play back all the memories about that certain thing.
Fuck no, dude. There's just so many.
Yeah.
You got so much shit going on in your head that you're not gonna remember until it's brought up.
Exactly.
And that's how a lot of things. I mean, that's how like your brain kind of works in a sense. Like, it's always in your brain, but like
it's just not actively present.
No, it's not. It's not being processed.
It's in your subconscious mind. Yeah. So it's just like with a course or something you learn from school, for example, or a course or plumbing,
or just memories in general,
just anything. So like this course I took last month, I wouldn't be able to tell you word for word what happened from like all the lessons. But if you asked me a question about something specific in that course, I'd be able to give you the answer to it. But like right now, I can't really just tell you about it, because I can tell you like the gist of it, but not in details unless I get asked the correct questions.
Yep, and that's how I feel with like wholesale real estate. Like I know the general, concept of it, but it's still a little blurry since it's been fucking a year and a half.
I mean, I think the biggest thing for you, bro, is like once you break the barrier of just getting on calls, you'd be set. Literally, I know you, dude. Like as soon as you got on one call, you're like, oh, that shit wasn't bad, bro.
I know, and that's how everything is though. Like you go to fucking try something new or some shit, and the next day or whatever, whenever
like,
it's over,
that wasn't bad.
You're like, what the fuck, dude? What
so
getting a needle in your mouth for a dentist,
yeah,
because you heard it's just so bad. You get it, and it's like, what the fuck? That wasn't bad at all. Like it's just little things like that.
I'm trying to think of like an example of something like me or you have done where it was like, oh, it wasn't like what the fuck? I was scared for that, bro. Or I'm trying to think.
Like for me as a plumber, like
the Black Widows, bro.
I mean, I'm used to it now.
That's different.
But like me as a plumber, I was scared to not be exact on a valve. Like a valve, there's a center to the room of the shower, and let's say it's 34, and I need to be exactly whatever the half of 34 is. I would sit there. My first valve ever, it took me 2 hours, and I would sit there and try to get it exact as possible. As time goes by, it's okay to be an eighth off, eighth of an inch off. Not a quarter, but 2/8 or 3/16. That's okay because the average person, they're not going to tell a difference. Only you will because you do it so much. So that's how like I kind of like, I don't know. There's just like with plumbing, if you think too hard, it's going to be hard. If you just think as you go, if you just fucking go to it and do it, it's going to be a lot quicker than if you're fucking sitting here, how am I going to put that over here? And if this needs to go down and connect into that, and this needs to go down. It's just kind
of like, you gotta stop overthinking. You just do the fucking work.
That's what I told my, the new guy that I worked with. I was like, bro, if you overthink things, it's going to be hard. But if you just fucking go if you just go with the flow, you're going to get it a lot better. And he's like, dude, that's like the best advice I've ever had as a plumber. Like in the 3 months that I've had, like if overthinking is not the thing that you need to do, and that's for a lot of things too. Like
that's what I'm
me as wholesale real estate, overthinking of me calling people is
that's just general advice, dude. Everything is people overthink so much shit. Things are so much more simple than people make it out to be. Like there is a proven process for these things, and if you just do the work, you will see results. Like
for everything, it doesn't
for
even
plumbing, dude. If you just do it, you're overcomplicating. If you just do, if you do what you know how to do, it'll be okay. But when you sit there and overthink, if I do it this way or this way or this way or this way, then you just overcomplicate it, and then you get stuck because there's so much information in your head, you just don't know what to choose. You get stuck, and it takes you 10 times longer because you're not acting on it. Instead of even if you did do the wrong thing, right? You can always go back and fix it, and it's not gonna be something where it's life or death. So you can always go back and fix it or change something. I mean, of course,
and everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah,
too.
everyone makes mistakes. So it's just like you have to be understanding of that, and just realize that no one's perfect. So even if you do make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. You'll be able to fix it. It might suck. You might get in trouble. But it's a learning experience.
That's how I think of plumbing now too. When Adam fucking bitches about something because, he tells me this, but then wants me to do that. Like it's like, well, I made a mistake, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm not changing it because it's still gonna work the same way it's gonna work. Because no matter what, if you have all your lines connected, there's not gonna be a leak, and that's the main thing. Or if shit flows downhill, and if it's going downhill, it's going fucking downhill. You know what I mean? Like it's. I don't know. There's just a whole bunch of things that people overcomplicate that really should just be.
It's just so much more simple than it needs to be. Like everything, bro. It's not even like just everything in general. People overcomplicate things nowadays and
overclock their damn brains and shit.
I think that's just we live in an age of information. We live in the information age, so it's just like there's so much information where you just don't know where to start or what to do, because same with like real estate wholesaling is like if you would have just had the plan, like say like there's so much information, so many videos for you to watch, where probably not all of them were necessary, but like you'd watch all these. There was probably like a solid 10 videos if that, where like it showed you exactly what you needed to do, and like you could have watched all those say in like 2 days period, and like you watch all those videos in 2 days, that literally like, everything you need a new baseline to from start to finish. Versus, but there's fucking hundreds of videos by all these different creators, and they teach you the same thing just a little differently, and you don't need that.
And as you go on, no matter what, you're always going to get better.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like you're going to create your own way, your own path, and you're going to go from there. So it's just like everyone's going to be unique in their own way and how they do things and handle things.
Yep.
And it's just kind of figuring out what way works best for you. Blake, are you coming back on or what? Are you good or what? Yeah. What's the time say on there?
1:45.
Top right. Okay, perfect. Come back.
Come back.
All right, what are we talking about?
Mindset, basically.
I mean, no. So I was gonna ask you something before you left. So you're doing real estate. What is your goal with that? What's like your 5-year goal? Or actually, no. So I asked you like, when do you want to sell your first house? So by what age do you want to ideally have your first house sold?
So 3 months, I plan on having my real estate license. I think it's going to take me realistically about 2 years to like learn the gist of everything. I haven't really thought about it.
How old are you right now?
I'm 19.
Okay, so 19. by the end of like by 21, you want to have sold one house
somewhere around there, or be a part of it.
Yeah,
to where I'm actually making money. I don't think I'll make money until I'm about 22 from real estate.
And then with that, what is like, what's a 5-year goal then? So by the time you are, let's just say 25, what is like a goal for 25?
As far as real estate goes?
Yeah.
Well, my whole reason of going to college, business and marketing, is to own my whole real estate business, my own. And so doing the internship, learning from, whoever I learned from, and then growing from there. But as of once I'm done, because I'm done going to college after this year, do online college and then hopefully open my own. But
I will say, so with real estate, to open your own brokerage, I think you have to be a registered agent for 5 years before you can open up, or it's 5 or 10 years before you can open up.
Is that actually?
Yeah, before you can open up your own brokerage.
Yeah.
But what you could do is open under a parent company. So like Seth Stevens in this valley. I don't know if you know who that is.
I've heard the name for sure.
Yeah, he owns a real estate, so he owns his own real estate company, but it's not under his name. It's like Stevens Homeowner Group, but the owner of that company is like some like other big huge real estate name. It's like working for what is Warren Buffett's company? The real
Nick McClain.
No. It's fuck. What is the? I don't know why I'm blanking right now. What is the biggest Hawthorne or some shit? That's gonna bug the fuck out of me. What is Warren Buffett's real estate company?
I'm not sure.
Oh, Hathaway, Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is a fucking worldwide real estate company, and they're a brokerage, right? And you can have them be your parent company, and then be like. So what it will do is they'll take a percentage of all your commissions. Yeah. But by doing that, you'll be putting in you'll be able to have the benefits of being an owner. You just won't get the full profits of it. Because you can't have your own brokerage until, I believe, 10 years of being a registered agent. 2 or 5 or 10 years. Let me look that up real quick, just so I'm correct.
10 years is a lot.
How long do you need?
10 years also flies by, though.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
You should think about it. You're already damn near 20 years old.
Yeah. I mean.
You were a freshman fucking 5 years ago.
That's crazy. Freshman.
And it feels like yesterday, right?
Literally feels like yesterday.
Exactly. And just, like for me, bro, like working is 10 times quicker than going to school. Like I'm almost already damn near a year in this company, and it feels like I started yesterday.
Yeah. Literally, it feels like yesterday we were back in high school, fucking waking up at 7 in the morning.
Yep, smoking pot.
Before school. That's, God, what a time.
Dude, I used to be just fucking pulling up so faded, bro.
No responsibilities in the world, bro. Literally, the only responsibility we had was
pulling up to school.
Literally, if we got to school, like that was our only responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think about.
Okay, well, I'm going to read this first. To qualify for a broker license, one must first hold a valid real estate sales agent license and work under that license for a number of years. In many states, brokers must have at least 2 years of experience working as a sales agent, but some states require only 1 of experience. Other states require 3. I need to find exactly what Washington State's is.
It sounds like the max is 3, though.
Yeah. So.
I mean, that's not terrible. That's not terrible.
Brokerage.
But like I said, I'm planning on being an intern for a few years just so I can learn. So, I mean, I'll still have my real estate license within the next 2 months. So, figure that out.
I'm just curious about this now. Fucking, how much did it start? Okay, no, I'm not gonna find that right now. Fuck it. So, what is your goal to retire? Like, what is your age? Do you have a specific age you want to retire by?
I honestly haven't thought too much about it.
What about you, Isaac?
I don't.
Okay, what is your? Do you have a goal of like a yearly salary? Like how much you want to be making in a year? Eventually.
I mean, really just owning my own business, because that's like, it could be however much money you want to make, depending on how much you scale the business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like, just my goal right now, just getting my journeyman's license, working for a couple years, making my own business, and then expanding. And then and then go from there.
Goal yearly salary.
I mean, growing up, my goal was always to make $100,000 a year. I feel like
I mean, yeah, I feel
six
like
figures.
Six figures, bro. But
definitely comfortable, but like, I haven't really thought about it. I'm kind of just. I do need to think about it. I'm just more in the moment of like doing what I gotta do right now to get where I want to be. But
I get that, but I feel like I feel like you gotta have a end goal of like.
You gotta have end goals, but
like you gotta have something you want to chase.
You gotta have micro goals. Those micro
goals. Well, no, yeah, but
if
the micro goals aren't leading up to anything, then like you gotta still have one big goal at the end. Like you have a general goal of starting your own business and shit, but you gotta think of a number that's gonna like motivate you to get. Because if you have a certain number, then that's gonna make you even like actually pursue it. Like you gotta actually envision that thing. Like it goes back to the manifestation thing. If you think about a number, like that's what you're subconsciously gonna start working towards. So that's just something like you gotta think about, because like that'll make you actually work more towards it if you actually have a number in place. Like right now, like mine is like just trying to get to $10,000 a month, and then like I'll build up from there, and then like you just keep going until like it's just like and then you place like these micro goals and whatnot and slowly build up. It's like you gotta think of it as building a brick house, 1 brick a day, just day by day, setting a brick down every day. Doesn't matter how little amount of work you do, just at least do something every day, something positive every day. You won't like be 1% better than you were yesterday. So
you know what's crazy? This podcast's been out for 2 hours.
Yeah. No, it has been a
I'm getting fucking tired, bro.
Yeah, no, we gonna have to call this shit quits.
Okay, hold on. One last question then. One last question.
I'm ready.
Isaac, how many kids do you want to have?
34.
And how many boys or girls?
All boys. Nah, more like 3-to-1 ratio. Boys on the 3 side.
And Blake, how about you?
1-on-1, bro. That's all I want. I want the regular basic family: 1 cat, 1 dog, 1 girl, 1 boy.
And what is the perfect age for you guys to start and stop having kids?
Motherfucker, right now.
So Isaac says right now at 20 years old, he's down to have a kid. Blake, what is the perfect age for you to start having kids?
Once I think that I'm financially stable to raise a kid.
I mean, basically right now, but like after I'm a journeyman, basically.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I wouldn't mind a kid right now, but
so like 22, 23. Basically.
22, 23. Once I'm like, I know I'm gonna be financially stable.
Yeah. And Blake probably.
I mean,
like, come on, give me an answer of like how old you think you'll be when you want to have your first kid.
I think I will be financially stable by the time I'm 23. The biggest thing for me is I don't want my kids to go through like
what you went through,
what I went through.
Yeah.
And like I want them to like whatever they want to get. Like, I'm not necessarily saying spoil them, but like, you know, they could have whatever they want. You know, and like,
yeah, I definitely went through fucking poverty. That's for damn sure. You know,
we all did, bro.
Yeah.
We all did. And so, like, that's the biggest thing for me is wait until like I'm ready to have a kid. Like 19, bro, I'm not ready.
No,
I'm still trying to figure out myself at this point. But once I'm ready for that and financially stable, I definitely have a kid.
Yeah, I feel like I'm ready right now, low key.
I know your ass is ready. You've been talking about it all the time.
Yeah, my boy Isaac wants a kid right fucking now, honestly. Let's be honest, he wants a motherfucking kid.
Yeah, I do, but it won't happen probably.
Yeah, I want 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys. I want to start 25. Probably have my last kid by like 40 or some shit.
By 40?
I mean, I at the latest. At the latest is what I'm saying, bro. Because then like you risk having defects and
I don't want to have a kid in the 40s. I want to like the latest.
I want to be young dad, bro. I want to be young dad.
I do too.
No, young dad, and you just said 40.
I said latest.
Like
I want to have my last
yeah.
kid. Yeah. Because I'm saying I want to have 4 kids. I'm not gonna have them one every year in a fucking year apart type shit.
That would be fucking terrible.
Like my parents had each of us 3 years apart.
No, I mean that's damn near what my parents did too.
Yeah, I mean
my sister's 23, I'm 20, my brother's 18.
About that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he's like freshly off 18, so it's damn near like 2.5 years, 3 years.
I mean, yeah, that's how it is with me and my siblings. So I don't know. I think you gotta have some spacing. I don't want to just have like a newborn after newborn after newborn. You know.
Yeah.
So
that would be definitely overwhelming.
Yeah, a little bit.
Definitely.
But yeah. So
for me though, like if I'm just having 2, like you guys all want 4, both of you guys want 4, like for me, I'll have back to back 18, 19. Yeah, get it over with, and then hopefully it works out like that, but who knows, bro? Right. Who knows?
All right, yeah, the camera's cut out a few times within the last few minutes, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up. It's been a pretty long podcast. We're just over 2 hours right now. So if you made it this far, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Boost my motherfucking shit in the algorithm. I'm trying to get seen by more people. We're trying to hit 300 subscribers right now, boys. All right, we're at 372. Currently, I think we had, like, dude, there was points in this where I actually think we actually got deep into some fucking topics. Like when we started talking about wholesaling and like our careers and shit like that. I thought that was fucking dope mindset, fucking just sales and all that. I thought that was fucking awesome getting to talk to you guys about that. So I appreciate you guys sitting down and fucking having this conversation. I think it was a good time. I don't know if you guys had a good time or not.
Great time.
Told some good fucking stories, and thank you guys. Thank you guys all for watching. This is the Kaya Davlar Show, and I'll see y'all motherfuckers next time.
Catch y'all.